was supposed to sweep my floor. Ooh, damn. When you forget to do things before you start a live stream. Damn it, the wheel fell off. Oh, no, it did not fall off. Sorry, y'all, for the inconvenience. I forgot to sweep my floor before I started this thing because I got sand everywhere. So y'all get to watch me sweep my floor. Pile all my dirt in the corner. And good evening, Jason. Be right back. Woo! Dying. Slowly, but aren't we all? All right, anywho's. How's it going, folks? Oh, my shirt's not sitting right. Hold on. Off camera. There we go. Let's wardrobe malfunction. Let's fix that. There we go. All right. How is it going, everybody? Good evening, Jason. Good evening, Molly. How you all doing today? Got myself a nice little beverage today. This is a Bosque Brewing Scotia. This will be a 12-ounce beer. Yeah, 12 ounces, and it's a 8.4, which is not too bad. It's actually a really good beer. Don't know if y'all will be able to get any of this in your area. For those who do drink the spicy vegan soup. But I actually like that one. It's got a pretty good flavor to it, which ain't too bad. Ain't too bad at all. What in the heck? Oh, God. Gross. Jason, are you having issues? Hop. Or are you hopping back and forth between lives? Is Eddie live right now, or is Gary live? Hate when it does it. Colin knows damn well that I go live on Saturdays. Oh, Hop Pop. Yeah, fizzy hop drink. Roger 10-4 on that pickle banana cheesecake Oreo cookie hot dog shake. Ugh. Now that I said that, that's actually nasty. That is really nasty. All right, I gotta move all kinds of. I got shit everywhere over here. The heck was that? Did I scan this one? Did not. Ooh, I might actually be able to get that one done. All right, I've got stuff everywhere. My desk is a mess. I need to clean up. I am very much out of it today. Still sore from doing like 500 squats between Wednesday and Thursday. But also, good evening, Cecilia. How's it going? Monster is kicking my butt right now. Yes, how to the greenhouse. Greenhouse is actually doing so far so good. I still have it above ground. It's going to take me a while to get that recessed, but like I said, right now where it's sitting, basically where the Jeep used to be. It is a temporary location until myself and my father have a chance to put the pit in. I think for this one, I'm going to go about 16 or 18 inches deep, depending on where the incoming gas line's at. Because the gas line kind of traverses from the corner of my property to the back about right here. That gas line goes up, but I got to see where it goes across, because I don't know if he's got it directly across or if he went straight along the back fence and then 90 to that pipe. No worries. So, got to figure out where the pipe is, and then we'll go from there. Me and my dad will be like figuring out how far we're going deep. I'm figuring 16 inches. I want to do deeper than what I had on the first one, which is like 10 inches or 12 inches. Technically 10 inches because I have 2 inches of the 2x6 or the 2x12 above ground, just because I needed a barrier. My dinner was a quesadilla burger. Greetings, Grace. I also have a bunch of beef jerky, so I can also have a little bit of protein while I'm at it, and I won't get myself too inebriated. Why would I need to check the easement? I don't have an easement. I don't live in a subdivision. Gas line is, the gas meter's on the property and then goes to the back of my property. Okay, there. I gotta sand that off and clean it. So yeah, I don't have an easement on my property. I know where my border markers are, so I know where the property lines are. Pow. But no, what I got to figure out is the direction that gas line goes. So I don't know if it goes straight from the gas meter to over here, or if it doglegs around. That's what we got to figure out. Once I figure that out, then I can figure out how deep I want to put it. But my goal is to go at least 16 inches deep, which means I'm going to have to put stairs in there, a little mini set of stairs just to get into it. So I'm not dropping, freaking 1.5 feet into the ground and trying to step out of that. This will give me plenty of height from the peak of the ceiling, because that thing is actually pretty damn tall. So even if I had it all the way to the floor, I think the peak height of that roof is like 7 foot, maybe 7'3". I think my dad put the gas line in off of the, he put it in and then they put the meter. But the gas meter is inside the property line. Like 4 feet inside the property line. Actually, no, it's like 5 feet. Yeah, it's like 5 feet inside our property line. So that's where my meter's at. Everybody down here on the street, their gas meter is inside their property. And again, none of the houses down here have an easement. Not a single one of them has an easement. In a standard subdivision, yes, you have the easement where you have the street. Then you got that little 2-foot patch of grass. Then you have the sidewalk. The space between the road and the sidewalk is technically the easement, which is neither owned by is not claimed by the homeowner or the city, which is stupid. But they make the homeowner clean it and maintain it, even though technically it's the city-owned property. My dad did. But he doesn't remember if he went straight across or if he doglegged it down the backside of the fence and then 90-degreed it to the line. That was also put in 40 years ago. No, 35 years ago. So it's been a while. We have the blueprints somewhere. We just got to dig them out of wherever the hell they're hiding. Stud finders only find wood. That's why it's called a stud finder. I could use a gas meter detector, but I'm not spending no $500 to $1,500 on a gas meter detector. And I'm not paying the city to do it either. Because, yeah, they're going to charge an arm and a leg just to figure out where the gas line goes. I can more or less give a rough idea of where it's at. Metal detectors only work on metal, not PVC. And I believe we used it was a gas-rated plastic for underground. Metal rots too fast underground, especially with my water table. So I believe it was 90'd from the gas meter to PVC, and then PVC went to 90 up to steel pipe, and that's what goes into the house. I live in, everything over here is sand. Why would I, putting metal in this ground, it corrodes the hell out of it. You can't even put a nail in the ground for more than a week before the nail starts to disintegrate. Yeah, well, back in the day, they made PVC. You don't need to, it's natural gas. Why would you run that through metal pipe? And like I said, that thing's like, I think it's like 3 feet, like 3 feet down, somewhere like that. That thing goes down there a long ways. Supposedly, according to my dad, what he can sort of remember, he thinks it's like 3 feet down. But yeah, no, they use PVC for a lot of stuff. Hell, all my water connections to the sewer and all that's all PVC. My neighbor's house was all cast iron, but everything on this property was PVC because the previous house that used to live here burned down along with the gentleman in it because he caught himself on fire, smoking and doing the at night. So burned himself to the ground and essentially cremated himself. So yeah, I've been, even over the years, and 30-something years later, I'm still digging out random pockets of charcoal out of the ground. Burnt beer tabs, burnt beer cans, you name it. I find all kinds of random shit digging in the dirt. But I forgot where I was going with this tangent. But oh yeah, the connections. So yeah, even the drain connections. Well, when they were putting all of this stuff in, PEX wasn't even around. PEX is a newer, PEX is probably within the last 15, 20 years. They've been doing PEX. Everything else back in the day was PVC. Also, good evening, Obstacle. How's it going? So, yeah, because I was here when they had to redo one of our water lines, or sewer line out. Got really bad, and the trees separated it. So they had to dig that out and put that back in. That was like, oh, what is that, a 50-foot pipe? 50 or 60-foot pipe that they had to connect to the street and then out to where we have our drain out. Damn it, camera, will you unfocus or focus? I look terrible when I only have half myself shaved. I look shitty. And my camera does not want to focus. Why are you being stupid, camera? Thank you. Yeah, rewiring those, that's pretty easy. It's sometimes finding the lights to fit on there. That's a pain in the ass. But also at the same time, it's I think the worst part about even rewiring is, like I said, that's super easy. You just run a wiring harness down each side, run it through the middle, just or split down the middle once you get halfway, and then do that. Or you can just run it all the way down the side, converge in the middle of the gooseneck, go from there. But it's wiring the freaking plug that's a pain in the butt. Nice. Yeah, it's always the trailer connection from the trailer to the actual hitch connector, the electric socket. Whether or not you're using an 8-pin, 12-pin, 6-pin, whatever. If you're using like the 4-pin one, that's super stupid easy. There's only like 6 wires. You got brakes, left, right, hazards, and then ground, and then power. Those ones are super easy, but I hate using those ones because they only give you like a foot of cord, like a foot of excess cable or wiring. So it's like you got to make a super short harness, or you have to make your own extension, which is a pain in the ass, at least in my opinion. It's easier just to buy a section of stripped wire, or hell, to be dead honest, use an extension cord. Most of the time, that's really all you're going to need are the 3 damn wires anyway. Hot, ground, and neutral. Yeah, exactly. That's ours is actually fairly long, but we have a section of it like in the middle that's clamped to a bungee cord, and then we just hook the bungee cord to the uh, uh, handle for the wheel, for the hitch, for the wind-up wheel, or the lifter wheel. I don't know what the hell you want to call that thing. Hitch wheel, I guess. Yeah, we'll just call it a hitch wheel. We just hook it to that. That way it swings, but it doesn't like hit the ground. But there's also why a lot of people will run those little spring poles. They'll mount those onto the trailer hitch or the gooseneck. Yeah, trailer jack, trailer wheel, same thing. But they'll run those like little spring poles. It's like that fiberglass pole with a spring on the bottom and it's got a little hook on the top. You can just run your line up to that. So even when you're turning, you don't have to worry about too much excess tension on the line and pulling the line or the wires out of your connector. Okay, see in just a bit, Cecilia. That way you have a little bit of the flex. But I mean, it really just depends on how you're doing the wiring. I mean, really, you need, honestly, on average, I would say between the, well, I can't even actually 100% give an estimate because it really just depends on how long your hitch is and how long your gooseneck is. If you've got a short gooseneck, then and a short hitch, you really don't need more than like a 1.5 feet, maybe 2 foot from hitch connector to trailer. That's really all you need for lengthwise. Because I mean, if you somehow manage to use more than a 1.5 feet of cable, that means you goosenecked or you jackknifed it and parked your car inside your own trailer sideways somehow. Yep. Yeah, spring works just fine. Just spot weld 2 pieces or spot weld a section on there. Put a use like a trampoline spring or like a small garage door spring or one of the like tension springs for like screen doors. Just tack weld that on there. Tack weld a washer to the top. Put a carabiner on there or a chain link. The tensioned ones, or you gotta tighten them on there with a wrench, and then yeah, you're good to go on that one. That thing can sway back and forth in the wind till the cows come home, and you're not gonna ever rip the cables out, unless you go around the corner and by some off miracle of, I can't even say a miracle, but by like some demonic form of hatred or karma, you go around a corner and a branch somehow rips that out without scratching your car. Because trees, they like to get you when you're not paying attention. But yeah, I'm glad you got the trailer going up and running. Ooh, my Wi-Fi's being weird again. But I got 8 people watching. Woohoo! What do you mean you got to apply for the title? Don't you get that during transfer when you purchase it, or did you purchase it used or new? Because that would just be considered a utility trailer, correct? Since that's really all you're not hauling anything other than the ATV, I'm assuming. So it would just be registered or classified as a utility trailer. I think that's what ours is listed at, but that thing's got like a 3,000-pound axle on it for it's like 4.5, like 5 feet wide by. Well, I'll tell you, if you go the width of the tires, it's like 7.5 feet, but it's like 11 feet long. Okay, just so you got the bill of sale, so now, yeah, okay, now that makes sense. Yeah, now you got to go down to the DMV, register it as blah, 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 make sure there's clean, and then, yeah, go from there. Gotcha. So, yeah, but, well, it's good to go. Hopefully it'll hold the ATV, and it's not going to peter out on you halfway up the mountain, or halfway down the mountain, depending on which direction you're going. Although from there, you're probably going to what, Pecos or Pecos, like La Junta or something around that area. Which I don't know if that would be technically downhill or uphill. It's the problem with Denver is there's too many mountain ranges. So half the stuff is in a mountain range. So you never know if you're going uphill or downhill. Greetings, Deb. How's it going? Awesome. We'll see you fully in a bit. We're just talking random shop here at the moment. Getting people in, which is good. So, yeah. So, as we were getting in, we're already damn half hour into this. We're just talking about trailers. Crazy. Oh, nice. Man, that's crazy, too, because Aspen right now this is probably one of the best times to actually visit Aspen and Glenwood Springs, as all the trees are starting to turn. Everything in Aspen is like starting to turn golden yellow. And it is insane looking at those that tree line. All you just see is a sea of orange and yellow. So like it's like this color here, like is golden orange. Spectacular views, I will tell you that. Unplug it. That's how you turn it off. You unplug the damn thing. Mine is off right now. It's 73 degrees in my room, and I'm actually comfortable. Yeah. That's because everybody goes over there to see it, and they clog up traffic like a backed up toilet. Oosh. I am not looking forward to turning the heater on. I just got my little 400-watt heater down here, and that's all I really need in here. I just throw it under my desk and keeps me warm where I need to be warm, and if I'm cold, I'll just put on another shirt. Somewhere up here, I have a sweatshirt. Yeah, Rio Dosa's in New Mexico, though. But yeah, it's yeah, you get up to that northeastern corner or northwestern corner, and yeah, you get that same effect because you got all the trees up there. So I mean, it looks really nice. Down here, we get the same. We get what we consider what is that? Family Guy wise, leafers. Everybody likes to come down here to the Bosque for the all the tree leaf changes because that whole place just solid line of just orange and gold all the way down for miles. It's nice looking at it in the fall when you're coming through, like when you're coming in from the east over the with it, from if you're doing like a flight from the east coming in from like Arizona or whatnot, you get to come over the river, get to see that nice just solid line of orange and gold. Leaf peepers, yeah, leafers. Those are leaf perverts, leaf peepers. They're out there, Yeah, the sad part is I live in an area where I got a lot of pine trees too. So, I mean, it's nice when all the trees around here change colors because I do have a lot of green trees down here, like standard trees, but I do have a lot of evergreens. So you can tell in the neighborhood when somebody's got a pine tree in their yard or evergreen or like Douglas fir or fir tree, anything. It's the only green stick standing like 80 feet tall. Everything else is a sea of brown or sticks. And then you'll have like one random pine tree just sticking up, being like, "Yep, here I am. You can see me, but you don't know why I'm here." I'd rather have a whole freaking yard full of pine trees than freaking leaves. Yeah, but the problem is the squirrels are going to be hiding too once the leaves all fall off. They're not going to be coming out. They're going to try to remember where they had their last massive stash of nuts, and then they'll be bedded down for the winter. Ooh, sorry if anybody heard that. Because I know around here, I got one or two squirrels, like big squirrels, and they're keep trying to clean off my apples. I'm hoping by the time they're ready, or actually, I think they're pretty much almost already ready. They're already turning the apple color they're supposed to be. Because I think those ones were my Granny Smiths on that particular tree. Squirrel cleaned off the other one. The one that Grace gave me flack about supporting my local trees. That tree was like, I kid you not, folks, that tree was like fully slumped over like this. I'm honestly surprised it didn't fall over with the pot because of how many apples that thing was on there. But once all the apples got taken off, that thing almost straightened out within like 2 weeks. No, I really don't. I do not have a solid winter. We get cold spells, which will drop down to like 25 degrees, sometimes 22. Very rare does it drop below 20. But, I mean, that's, for like a day or two, maybe 4 days max, and then it goes back up to like 35. So, I mean, I miss winters. When I was a kid, we used to get snow. We used to get like 1.5 feet of snow down here, which to a lot of people, 1.5 feet of snow is nothing. But when you live in the desert, 1.5 feet of snow is a lot of damn snow, especially when you're a kid. When you're a 6 foot adult, 1.5 feet of snow is like, that's calf deep, give or take, and you just keep going your merry way. But when you're a kid, 1.5 feet, that's like knee high to like mid thigh, depending on where you're at. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing what we get this year. I feel it's going to be an odd winter, a really odd winter. But I will still be growing stuff because I now have an additional like 130 square feet, something like that. What is that? 7 by 12, 7 times 12 squared is 80 something square feet. Obstacle. That was Grace. I told you that last week. Oh, and trust me, the ladies in here, they will course correct you very quickly. They've even gotten on me, which is, this is my damn channel. But that's what I like about everybody. Everybody here is essentially, I consider everybody on here family. Majority of you I have met on here. Eventually, Obstacle, you and me will meet up, grab a beer, probably up in freaking Golden or something. Who knows? Maybe have a steak, maybe have a burger. Never know. Maybe meet up at a Tokyo Joe's. Oh man, I really wish we had a Tokyo Joe's down here in New Mexico. I freaking love eating at that place. But shit, we could hit. Damn, there's all kinds of steakhouses up there. I know there's a couple of good steakhouses up in Golden. And I am not eating at the steakhouse that sells cow balls. I will not do it. I will eat there, but I will not order the freaking Rocky Mountain oysters. So we can eat at that steakhouse, but I don't fucking. You order Rocky Mountain oysters, I'm gonna walk the fuck out that bitch. I'm gonna straight leave. I'm like, nope, ain't doing it. Will not do it. Will not. No, I was up to 9 people, and now I'm down to 6. God damn, I'm freaking. I look like I got my ass beat today. I'm like freaking tired, sore everywhere. It's been a long few days actually for me because Steven, I got home yesterday and I was still out there doing yard work, talking to my neighbor. Because, oh, speaking of which, one of my other new additions, yeah, it's still going to be the taste and the texture and actually physically knowing what it is. So this is my other new addition aside from my greenhouse is I set this guy up on Thursday. There we go. Now it focused. Let me get my fat head out of the way. It's an 8-foot animatronic wyvern. So the only thing that really moves is the head just kind of lower. It kind of like leans like this. Head sticks out a little bit, mouth opens, and then like the whole chest cavity from here all the way up to the mouth lights up in concession. So it goes from like here to here, lights up, and as it moves down to like there's an LED light in the top of the roof of the mouth, and that lights up the whole mouth, kind of like it's shooting a fireball at you. $300 dragon, 8-foot dragon, and as you can see, my greenhouse is in the background, and that's sitting on my garden bed, and then right over here is the compost side. I have to get rid of all of this to move that black square on top of this space, because that's where it's going. And then I will be readjusting a few things here and there, getting certain things set in front of it, because I still have to have this thing down here at the bottom. I have to have access to getting that in and out. That's the utility trailer. But so far, so good. It's been holding up. I've got 3 topper blocks on top of it, which are like 6 by 8 by 12 or 6 by 8 by 14. Each one of those blocks weighs like 35 pounds. They're freaking heavy. Well, it doesn't technically breathe fire. The animatronic aspect of it makes it look like it's attempting to breathe a fireball. Now, if I wanted to, I could set behind it. I could run probably like a little smoke machine that would set off every couple of minutes, or like it would just kind of on, and it would just kind of have like the smoke rising from the side of the mouth. I could probably do that, run like a tube up behind it, or even through it technically, because the whole inside is hollow. It's just a plastic frame on a 1-inch steel pipe framework, and then everything just like snaps into place with snap locks. Why did I get it? Because I like Halloween and I like decorating my yard. I love decorating my yard for Halloween. Ooh, I don't think I actually have any Halloween pictures. And because the reason why I got it, hey Molly, how's it going? The reason why I got it was because my mom said something about there was a cool dragon at Home Depot. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go check that out. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, yep, that I didn't even care about the price. I just was like, yep, that's going home with me today. So I picked it up and now it's at my house. And my neighbor was, that's why my neighbor was over yesterday. He was like, "Oh, I didn't even see that until just now." He said, "That thing looks cool." I was like, "Yeah, let me go turn it on real quick. You can see what it does." And which is really, even as far back as I have that recessed in my yard, every time a car drives by, it activates with the sensor that's on the front. It's hard to see, but it's like dead center in the chest. There's a little like IR sensor or whatever, or motion sensor. Every time a car drives by, it'll set it off, and then it's got about a 30 to 45-second run timer. Damn camera, stupid bastard. So it'll run the cycle for its animatronic series, do whatever it wants, and then it'll reset, and then every time another car goes by, and it'll do it again. So that thing is like super cool, and I love it. If I didn't have half the stuff I had currently sitting against the fence, I would do way more for decorations, but I can't because I have a lot of crap in the way, essentially my sunflowers. I think probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm basically just going to end up just cropping all of the sunflowers to the height of the top of the fence so I can start putting other stuff up there. Because that'll still give me the height for all of my trellises. I can put things on the trellises to get them like decorated for Halloween. I've covered them in spider webs. I've got a like 3-foot spider that I can stick on one of those. I've had webbing all over it. Right now I've already got my 2 tombstones. Heck no. So my sunflowers are almost pretty much at the end of their run cycle. The birds have pretty much darn near picked them clean anyways. All I'm getting is like the little straggler heads, which most of those won't even fully develop before the end of the season anyway. So I'm just going to end up having to cut them off anyways. Don't know what I'm going to do with all of the excess stalks, but I can run them through the wood chipper, or my little chipper. But after that, like I've already been yelled at for putting them in my compost pile, which is what I normally do. So the only thing I can possibly do is either burn them or throw them in the trash. But I usually use them. I'll chop them and I'll use them as like mulch. Throw them on top of the plants. I mean, it's not like I have a lot of heavy metals in my soil anyway. It's mostly sand and clay. Sand, clay, gravel, and rock. So I don't think I have too much heavy metals down here because, like I said, where I live used to be the bottom of a lake, a couple thousand years ago, or 100,000 years ago, one of the three. So I don't know. This camera's pissing me off today. Oh, that was interesting. Usually I have to reset the camera. Normally I just turned it off and that was cool. I can reconfigure. I feel like I'm offset here. I feel crooked. I don't know why. So are you saying I'm decorating early or too early to cut the sunflowers? Because you do realize it's October already. Halloween's in 29 days. Sorry, 26 days. 27 days. I can't math. I'm too tired. Oh, man, and I left it outside. I was going to do harvesting a couple of beans today. I pulled some off of my plant. Oh, actually, I got some in my pocket. I'm just as bad as a mechanic, but I'm a gardener. Anybody who's a mechanic knows full well you will always go home with random nuts and bolts and screws in your pockets. When I'm out in the garden and I don't have anything to put everything in, I will throw everything in my pockets. Okay, I'm missing one more. Where's it at? Yep, I guess I got them all. So I have a slew of things here. A couple of random things. I'll show you guys. So as you can see, my pinto beans are actually more pinto bean-like. They're actually getting more of that dark pinto, speckly pinto bean color. Damn it, will you focus? That really does not want to focus right there. But yeah, they're getting more of the pinto bean color instead of the other ones that I had, which were kind of more white with the random camouflage looking speckles. Then I have a couple of cowpeas, which I harvested today, but I've got more of these. So I got like 4 cowpeas. This is a cana seed, a little black one. I mean, I'm still pulling out. I mean, these are some freaking huge pinto beans. Like, those are massive. I mean, now it's never too early to decorate because I can only decorate so much during one day. So I have to get it all done. So we'll go for size comparison. There's my thumbnail. Oops. Damn it. Stay. So there's my thumbnail versus like the pinto bean. I mean, that's a fairly large pinto bean. I almost want to say ½ inch. Actually a little over ½ inch. Damn near 3/4, to be honest. Just for that one. So, all in all, super happy. My pinto beans are doing my pinto bean thing. So, hopefully I can get a bunch of pinto beans this season. Hey, Colin, how's it going? Now I got to pile all this stuff up here because that's where I just put all my excess seeds because I don't have another container. No worries. I guess I can let everybody see me again. So that is a lot of zucchinis there, Obstacle. I did mine actually did fairly good for the fact that I only had like 3 or 4 plants growing. I got about 25, 30 zucchini, cucumbers off of there. I didn't grow zucchinis this year, which I should have, but I think I was too mentally overwhelmed trying to grow too much all at once, getting everything going, plus trying to focus on figuring out some other stuff. So yeah, I had a lot on my plate this year. Didn't get half of the stuff done that I wanted to, but you know, it's hard to get a lot of work done when you work a standard, more or less 9 to 5 job. Come home, got a few hours to do stuff, and then gotta be on lives like 4 or 5 days a week. So I lose out on a lot of yard work space, popping onto lives to support, but it is what it is. I'm just glad everybody reciprocates forgot the word I'm looking for. Reciprocates the love. Otherwise, my channel wouldn't be anything. I would be nowhere. I would be absolutely nowhere if it wasn't for you guys and gals and children of all ages. That'd be a little tiny channel with 50 subs. That it does. We get a few hours a day here and there to work on stuff. And then literally on my days off, I'm pretty much outside all day long, trying to get as much physically done as possible. Hence the reason why you guys did not see any updates on the greenhouse as I was through the progression of building it. You got to see the space that I was working on, and then the greenhouse was done. Yeah, I think you showed me the 2 pics of the anvils. That last one for $175 was in rough condition for that price. I think I would have considered getting that guy down to about 100 on that anvil. That thing needed some severe work. I think probably had about an 1/8 inch of rust on it. That sucker would have had to have been fully sandblasted and then resurfaced. Oh, I thought that said 175. Yeah, I would have seen if I could get him down to 50 on that one then, if that's the case. Because that thing was brutal. That needed a lot of work. Needed a wire brush and a grinder to get that thing cleaned up. Electrolysis wouldn't have helped. Yeah. Plus, I don't particularly feel like sitting there filling a bathtub full of salt water. Shit, for 200, you can damn near buy a brand new one for that much. Question is, do you want to drive all the way to Thornton? I was the one that said I wanted an 1800s, 50-pound anvil from the 1800s to see if you could find one. I mean, from there to Thornton, it's not too bad. It's basically highway. So 36 to, what, 25 up or vice versa, depending on which way you go. Yeah, I mean, I used to live, that's where I used to live when I was up in Denver, was Thornton. I was literally 2 minutes from North, like 3 minutes from North Glen, which those two cities have the funkiest layout. Thornton's layout for the grid pattern, it makes no sense. And then North Glen is like this little hole in the wall, 1 mile wide section in between there and Westminster, which is freaking so bizarre. Oh, nice. 88th and Washington. That would have been. Oh, shit. What would that have been? 88th and Washington. That would have been over there at the dealerships, wouldn't it? 88th and Washington? Wait, no. 88th and Washington. I know where Washington is at. Shit, dude. You used to work like 5 minutes from where I lived. Yeah, you literally worked 5 minutes from where I live. I don't know how the hell we never ran into each other years ago. Because I used to live right off of Adams Street, right off of Steel Street, or right down Steel. No shit, you worked at Mile High Tattoo? Oh, that's crazy. That's freaking nuts. Yeah, dude, I used to go over there all the time. The Ho-Ho's used to be right there. McDonald's was there. They had the Target. And then you had, down the street was the King Supers on the corner. Yeah, 80th and Washington. Right across the street from that little, used to be that little tiny gas station. Right there on the corner. Oh, man, I remember all that. I can't believe you worked at Mile High Tattoo and we never ran into each other. That's insane. That used to be, like, whole area was like my old stomping ground. I used to go there all the time for like lunch during school to the Wendy's right down the backside. We'd always go down Speed Bump Row, which was them stupid, obnoxious ass speed bumps behind the King Supers. There was like 6 of them damn things. Short ass speed bump like this big, but the damn thing was like 8-10 inches high. That's crazy. That is so insane. Small world too, by the way. Like 100% confirmation of small world. Yeah, Waffle House. I don't even think that's there anymore. Like all of that stuff on that section it was all torn down, I believe, a couple of years ago. The bank is gone. I think the bike shop is gone too. The IHOP I think that got demolished. Then there was the mom and pop donut shop right there. Used to love getting donuts from that place. And as far as I know, the Denny's is still right there on the other corner, right before the highway overpass. I think the last time I was down there, it was still sitting in that corner. I don't remember what they put on that side now. Because I know the King Supers is still there. And the liquor store. What was it? I don't remember the damn name of that liquor store now. Basically, liquor warehouse. Had a lot of stuff down there well, I guess when I was younger. That whole city has changed, man. It is packed now. Subdivisions expanded. The old park over there now has half of the park is gone because they turned it into a firehouse. The swamp field that was down at the bottom under the railroad tracks, that is now a subdivision. Like that whole place is expanded. Okay, now I'm getting warm. Stupid ass beer. Beer's making me all nice and toasty. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, I can't believe you worked at Mile High Tattoo. That's nuts. Will you stop making weird noises every time you kick on? Can air conditioner be weird? So yeah. So, I mean, an 8x8. I mean, 8x8 greenhouse would still be. That's a pretty decent sized greenhouse. You can get a lot done with an 8x8. And I do recommend, honestly, 100%. I see a lot of people that have greenhouses, but 100% I recommend doing a pit greenhouse or I guess you could call it a sunken greenhouse. Kind of like a Viking style sunken house. Hey, Rob, how's it going? Good to see you. You out there at the flea market as well? That's nice. That's awesome. That's a good start for a business. Don't mess with me. You're not at the flea market today? I figured you'd be out there this weekend. Oh, damn. I forgot that's right. You were moving. You picked the worst time to move. You could have at least gone to the Watch Your Flea Market and hung out over there with Colin and Ian and maybe Jenny, if Jenny decided to go. But yeah, I guess moving takes precedence over going to essentially a giant garage sale. They're doing another one in May. Oh, that's right. I forgot they do it like 3 times a year. Better better luck to you next time. Hopefully by then you'll be all settled in the new place and be squared away for a random adventure of 2 miles worth of basically giant garage sales. Yeah, that one's empty. So, really cute. Oh, I swear to God. Pat corn. Cecilia likes corn. Just kidding. Let's see if I can get it to reset again. Ah. We'll manually reset it because it's being. I don't know. I need a new everything. I need a new computer because this one's about to hit the way of the dodo bird. I've already had this thing for like 12 years. No, don't chew your corn. Swallow it when it's wet. That way, if you ever have explosive diarrhea, you can fire projectiles. Sorry, that was gross. Yeah, but speaking of greenhouses, now I think for okay, that was fucking weird. Why is this doing this shit now? Yeah, Vivor's got a greenhouse, tunnel greenhouse for like 150. I know I found some decent ones for greenhouses. Really just depends on what you're looking for, like how big of a greenhouse you want. Amazon's got some decent ones. I wouldn't exactly trust any of the ones from, well, a lot of places, but you can get a 10 by 6 for 255. You can get a 6 by 10 for 280. But again, if you just look for them, you can usually, for fairly decent price, you can get a decent sized one. Mine's a 8 by 12, and I think I paid like 500 for it, which ain't too bad. Who is this greenhouse? What's that by? It's got the single vent. Yeah, I think that's a. That's it. Again, like I said, I got the 8 by 12, but it really just depends on what application you're looking for a greenhouse. There's an 8 by 10 for 490, similar to what I have. 6 by 10 for 299. Oh man, that's a big one. $700. You can get a 10 by 12 by 8. But like I said, it really just depends on the application you would like to use the greenhouse for and whether or not you have the space for it. I would not do a 6 foot by 4 foot. That's just too small. I can't get anything in there. All right, good night, Colin. Have a good one. Nice. I thought you've been to the Watch Your Flea Market a few times already. I guess I might have been wrong. But yeah, so speaking of, since we're on the topic of greenhouses, as the title said, new things this winter, greenhouse being the new one. The dragon doesn't count because that's only seasonal. That's just for this month, and then that'll be going down next month, probably within the first week or so. Since I have the greenhouse, at this moment, it's going to be in its temporary location. So I will have to dig it down to the grounds at least, and then kind of build up a sand barrier around it just so I don't have any elemental leakage or like airflow issues. Aside from that one, I've more or less already have a plan, a general plan as to how I'm going to lay out everything in there. I will have 2 permanent garden beds inside of that. They will be my steel containers. They will be the 2 foot by 1 foot by 6 foot. Oh, that thing is huge. Like it is a big greenhouse. It is a big greenhouse. I think the peak of that thing's like 7 foot. Because with it sticking up off the ground with the anchoring posts or anchoring pegs, I can still touch the top of the ceiling. I can still touch it. So the thing's like 7 foot, 7.5 foot where it's sitting. Once I get it into the grounds, once I add that extra 16 inches, that thing's going to be like 8.5 feet peak. Which I like this one because me and Jason were talking about this one. We spent good couple of hours through various afterlives, green rooms, discussing greenhouses and looking at this one. So this one has steel reinforced corners. So on both the verticals, so going up and then to the A-frame, there's reinforcements at the top that go across. And then from the floor to this, there's reinforcements that go across the corner piece here. I have to get something in the center of it to push the centerpiece up so I can lock down and tighten everything. Now, the only drawback so far that I'm seeing with this greenhouse setup is the connector pieces are too damn short. I need to get with the company and discuss increasing that by a foot, because they give you these, like, I think it's like 8 or 10 inch connector pieces that you got to bolt in there. But the problem is with that, it's still got too much flex. So they need to be extended like 6 inches off each side. So that thing needs to be like 1.5 feet long to bolt it in there, so you don't have any issues with sag. And that needs to go for every section that has a connector piece that bolts to the two top pieces, or to the sections. Because you get two sections that are like 5 and like a one section is, yeah, I think they're both like 6 feet each, and they have a little connector, but that connect, like I said, that insert connector plate's only like 6 to 8 inches, maybe 10 at best. So it does make it extremely hard to get that thing really snug and tight to where there's no air gaps. But I think if I run some tape around that, I think I should be fine. There's another issue I had with it. I don't know if it's because I set the pieces up wrong, but opposite corners on one side and the opposite corner on the other side, there's a 1/2 inch gap where the gutter system does not go across, which I don't know if that's because I didn't set the pieces up properly, or if that's just because they didn't drill the holes in the right spot for the gutter pieces. I'm not going to re-drill the holes, because then I'm going to have to patch extra holes, and I just do not have aluminum weld. I don't particularly feel like hitting it with JB weld either. So I'm probably just going to run a piece of tape or silicone over that spot just to keep it from filling with water or having that leak. Gutter system, I'm going to have an interesting fix on that one, because it's not exactly the best application or design, so I got to figure something out. But I think once I get it all secured, locked into place, anchored down, and all the bolts tightened, I think it'll be a little bit more secure. There is one thing I do plan on doing, just to keep the centerpiece, the centers from spreading out or bowing out on me. I'm going to get a couple of 8-foot T-posts, and I'm just going to nail them down each side, drill a hole in the top of it, and then maybe put like a bolt in there that I can adjust so it keeps it from doing this. So it keeps it from doing this, and it keeps it nice and flat. We'll see if I have to do that or not. I could probably just fix that more or less. Maybe if I just tighten all the bolts together, or the structural framing. I think that should also help as well. But yeah, as far as that goes, again, 8x12 greenhouse, like 7 foot high. It says technically the peak of that is like 6'7", but there is no way that is 6'7". I think that's more like 7 foot. I think is what the is what I had for that. Shit, let's see if I can even find it. Oh, you know what? I can't even find the 8x12s now. There's 8x10. 6 foot. There's the 8x12. Oh, I only paid $400 for it. So, and this one does have the double vented roof windows, which is really nice, so I can get some really good airflow. God damn it. Popping up on here. So it's 139 by 5 long, 97.5 wide, and then 81.5 high. What is that? math over here. I think it's like 7 foot. Damn phone, why are you being slow today? .75, so 7 foot, because it says it's 81.5 high. So that extra 0.5, so yeah, the peak height is like 7 foot on that thing. Which will be nice once I get that extra 14 inches or 16 inches. That's going to be another like 1.5 foot on there. So that thing's going to have like a 9-foot peak, which means I'll be able to get all my fruit trees in there without having any issues. Yeah, the it says the dimensions on here, Grace, are where did it go? Shit. So yeah, it's 81.5 high. So 81 inches, 0.5, so a little under 81.5 inches, which by my calculations was 6.7 if I'm just doing the 81, or it's 6.75, so 6 foot 3/4, or 6 3/4 of a foot, and then the extra 5 inches, so just about 7 foot. Eyeballs being weird. So I'm really enjoying this one right now, again, because there's a lot of options I can do with this because of how it's designed. I can get a piece of 2x4, chamfer the top of it, so I have basically like an A-frame, basically just 40 bevel of 45 on each side of the 2x4, and I can run a 4-foot piece of 2x4 up under the bracing, which will probably actually lock it into place a little better. I might actually consider doing that. But what I can do with that is I can run a set of like LEDs right down the middle on a switch, so I can just hit that switch when I walk in and just light up the whole place. I can hang grow lights off of there if I have to. I can do a lot of stuff just because of the way it's designed. It does not show it on the inside. Let me see if I can find a decent internal picture of it. Okay, let me do this. I think I can share this screen. This should be a decent enough picture for you guys to see. Darn it. Now I don't even know if it's on that picture or not. Okay. So, yeah, so there we go. So these are the cross pieces. It's hard to see, but right above her hair, you see that cross, that member that goes across this way? That goes through the entire framework on the top frame, and then down here on the bottom, so this, make sure I'm on the right page, okay. So down here, I've got the angle pieces going this way on this 45. And then as you can see, there's these cross members all the way across here on the top. I can run and hang lighting off of that and pretty much do whatever I want with this thing. And yes, it does come with its own gutters. I got to make a slight modification to keep them so they don't leak, but essentially I can run drainage from those gutters into buckets and fill my own containers. Oh, here we go. That's a much better picture. So you can see down here on the side, they have the cross bracers on that side, and then you have all the ones at the top angle on the top of the A-frame. Oh yeah, it's once I get it done, yes, because I think what I'm going to end up doing is, for now, because I can put them in there and I'll have more room, because I've actually trimmed down my fruit, one of my fruit trees. That's the one that I replanted on that 5-minute video like a week or two ago. that had the root baller on it, and I popped it off and I planted that for you guys after I dropped my phone and whatever. I cut off that section. That thing used to stick out almost 3 feet. It made it really impossible for that plant to sit anywhere. I have since trimmed off a few pieces here and there. The other plant that I have, the key limes, the one that survived due to my own negligence. The other one passed away, but again, my own negligence. That was a mistake on my part. The one that I did plant is actually like triple to quadruple the size it was when I planted it. And I've already trimmed off some of that because I'm trying to get it to grow taller instead of just turning into a giant bush. Most of those I'm going to keep in the smaller greenhouse again this year because it's a lot easier to heat that one at the moment because I have the heater for it and I have the electrical. So I'm going to take out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the 2 shelves on the east and the west side facing like closest to the door. That way I can set my plants in there. And then I'm going to move those shelves into the big greenhouse. And I'm going to do one on each side of essentially the planters that I'm going to be putting in there. Like I said, I'm going to be doing the 2x1x6 steel planters, my long ones. They're going to be going down the middle of, down each side on the floor, just so I have like some organic beds in that area. And I'm hoping those will retain some heat also during the winter time when it gets warm to kind of help alleviate some of the heat loss that I'm going to have. And then I think along the back wall entirely, I'm just going to have that whole back wall covered with shelving. So I might buy just industrial shelving or do the same thing that I'm doing with all the wire racks that I have, because I still have all of the ones behind the house. I might be taking those apart, restacking those, and rebuilding them. Or if I have the room for it, I might just take the whole thing and just stick it along the back wall of the greenhouse, or basically the north wall. I figure if I do that, I should have more than enough shelving to grow what I want. It should allow me at least a 12 to 14 inch walkway down each side, and then I'm actually planning on putting planters or something in the middle of it. But for now, I think the middle of it is going to have to be, before I get the back wall set up, that's going to be where I have my large citrus tree, my navel oranges, because that thing is like 7.5 foot tall right now, or 7 foot tall. Yes, like 7. Yeah, I think it's about 7.5. So I need the most absolute maximum space for that one. But again, once that greenhouse is in its true final position or space, living space, and I get it pitted or sunken, I will have plenty of room to do whatever the heck I want in there. Plenty of room. I might even just throw a damn tree in the middle of that, just say hell with it, and grow like 2 of my citrus plants in there 24/7 all year round. As long as I got some ventilation, I think I can keep it under 120 degrees. I just got to make sure they're watered. But I think I can do that. That's where the chicken coop is going. Because the greenhouse, once it's moved over literally 8 feet, it will be in direct sunlight from like 6 in the morning till the sun sets. And I want that thing to have as much physical sunlight exposure as absolutely possible during the wintertime to keep it from freezing. So that's why it's moving over an additional 8 feet. So where I had the dragon sitting, that's where the greenhouse is going. And I'm taking a lot to heart the way the Amish do their stuff. So they put all their stuff in open fields or open areas where they can get the most absolute maximum amount of sunlight during the wintertime. And that's what keeps their greenhouses warm throughout the night. So I am taking a page from them. I will also be painting the bottom trim of that as best I can as black, and I might be just putting black rock down as a base, so that also gets hot as well and radiates heat at night. Camera, I'm going to hit you with a brick. Thank you. I will also be getting some black trash cans, filling those with water and using basically solar heat to keep that warm as well throughout the night. I'm hoping it'll last. I figure with 6 of those, it should be pretty damn warm in there. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. I got to get 6 black trash cans, which will also be good too, because once the season's over and I can actually collect what I need, or once I'm done having them to use as a heat sink or essentially a water heat battery, I can use them to water the plants, which will be nice, which will be real nice. So I think off of those buckets, I'll probably just run a tap off to like a soaker hose, and then I'll just run a soaker hose down through what I need to, pop the tap at the bottom, and just let that soaker hose for 5 minutes till the quarter of the barrel's gone, whatever I got to do, and then go from there. Because like I said, this thing does have gutters, so when it rains, I can collect some water. If it's heavy rain, I'm not going to get as much water because most of that water is just going to flow off to the side anyway. But any sort of free rain collection is better than nothing. It's absolutely better than nothing. And I can always link them together with a 2-inch pipe or 1.5-inch pipe to transfer from the gutters to wherever I need to go. That might be actually what I do. Water barrel on one side to keep that from moving, and then just run both of the gutter hoses straight into the water barrel. I'd have to do an overflow, though, to figure out how that one's going to work. Probably because your laptop's not signed into YouTube. Chicken coop will most likely be set up sometime next year because, again, where the greenhouse is at is where I want the chicken coop. So I have to entirely disassemble the framework and move all. You just automatically sign into YouTube, where you just go into. When you're on the YouTube page, there should be like a little icon up in the top corner. Not the one on the search bar part, but when you're on YouTube, top right-hand corner, there should be a little icon. There's you got the create button. There's a bell icon, and then there should be one on the side. You just click on that, and it should give you your channel name, and you got the option of Google account, switch accounts, or sign in or out. You probably just need to sign in or verify that you're 18. One of the two. Okay, so give me a second. Let me do this. So right here, Deb, when you're on the YouTube main page or your home page, you should see create this notification icon and then this little guy right here in the corner. If you click on that, it should show you like your channel name or whatnot. View your channel. It should give you account, Google account, option to switch account, and then it should give you right here sign in or out. If you're signed in, it should just give you the sign out option. If you're not signed in, it should give you the sign in option. Sorry, I can't make that any bigger. It's on my screen as large as I can officially show it. So it should give you that option. Oops, I just realized what time it was. Yeah, you probably just have to sign in or refresh. You might be missing an update on Google. It's on YouTube itself. Hey Molly, is Jason still in here? Or Jason, are you still in here, or are you over there on Eddie's channel? Yeah, I honestly, Deb, I don't know why you're not able to comment on here. As far as I know, you are not blocked on my channel, because if you were, I would not be seeing any of your comments. I literally just realized what time it was. I almost exited out of StreamYard. All right, Jason, if you're still here, if you feel like popping up, there's that thingy. I've only got 4 people in here, so I don't know what's going on. I was doing better earlier. Oh, Jason is not here. Okay, folks, Jason is no longer here. He is no longer with us. It seems to me that he has croaked, passed away, and has decided to... Oh, wait, Jason got one. What'd you get? You get a squirrely? Or did you get the squeaker? Little squeaker, big squeaker? Little squeaker, big squeaker, big squeaker, little squeaker. Somebody's in the basement. I don't know who it is.
Squeak, squeak.
Oh, you got the speaker.
Yes.
Power on.
Nice.
Bluetooth is connecting. Bluetooth connected.
Hey, Bluetooth connected. I can hear that from here.
Is connecting. Bluetooth
That is in a really weird spot. Why put a Bluetooth speaker in the damn paint down the paint aisle?
Cliff.
That is in a really weird spot. Why put a Bluetooth speaker in the damn... It's all blinky. Blinky, blinky, blinky. Well, I got a ton of them. But again, that's like where they have that placed is just odd. Why is it down like the paint aisle?
What's in the paint aisle?
That where you go, where they got the display at.
No, that's on my electrical.
They look like all the empty paint buckets. Oh, those are freaking chandelier lights.
Yep. I'm about to make, hey, I'm about ready to make Colin jealous.
Ooh, why did you
know what Molly got me?
Coffee cups?
No. A Midland weather radio.
Oh, nice.
From Ryan Hall.
Ryan Hall, y'all.
Yep.
Oh, I know what he's doing.
Let's get a snooze button for the alarm.
Nice.
Now I gotta find a spot where I can get the signal inside the house. I might have to get an external antenna.
Possibly, maybe, perhaps.
Yeah. And my trap came in.
Ooh, nice.
I gotta remember to set it up tonight.
All right, where did I put my bag?
It's just I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know, I gotta walk that thing all the way out into the woods tomorrow if I catch it. So I'm thinking about just setting it up on Monday night. Then I'll have time in the morning to let it go.
Nice. There you go. And since I'm remembering this time, we've got beef jerky Saturday with me. I got 2 bags. I don't think Jason
Problem
has
is,
any.
I'm still full from dinner.
Yeah, I ate 3-4 hours ago, so I'm hungry again.
Yeah, so I'll probably set up the trap on Monday night because when I get up Tuesday morning, I'll have time to take the possum out for a walk.
There you go. You got to give your pet possum some exercise.
No, he's going to give me exercise. I got to carry the cage there and back.
Yeah, that's why you just throw a rope on it and just drag it.
So it's a pretty nice cage for being folded up and everything else, being portable. I don't know if it'll hold a raccoon. Raccoons are tough. They're mean.
And they're also really smart and probably figure a way to get out of it.
Yeah, I know it'll hold up for a skunk or a possum. Oh, by the way, I'm here at the Vivor site.
Vivor.
I get 2 times points now.
Nice.
And I get coupons now. And I'm looking at the polycarbonate houses. They're pretty narrow. They're only 8 feet.
8 feet's still pretty wide.
I know. I was looking for a 10 by 12 or 10 by 14. Then I can double it by buying 2 of them.
8 by 12 for me is perfect for my section. Because once you get into the wider sections, they have to do different reinforcements.
I know. Even with the 8-foot ones, you still got to find a way to reinforce it.
Yeah, because I've got an issue right now with the roof sagging and the corners the middle trying to bow out. I got to solve that problem.
Well, like I said, if I put a rat wall on mine, at least 24 inches tall, or even 16 inches tall, at least I can throw in some braces across the top of it to pull it together.
Yeah, that's what I got to do with mine.
Yeah.
I might have to run some cabling from the top corners to the edges and kind of tweak them in there so they can hold in.
Yeah, like a couple of eye bolts and some cable.
Yeah.
Or a bungee.
I'd have to do cable. Bungee won't last here in my state.
Yeah, I know.
I'll leave one of those in my greenhouse for 1 year. That thing will be toast at the end of the season.
Yeah, what is it now? I now have 510 points on my account.
Nice.
Man, I got to the 3rd level pretty quick.
Oh, yeah, you buy enough stuff, they start giving you discounts for all kinds of things.
Oh, yeah, I got, let's see.
Because you just bought the trap, you just bought the heater.
And the jacks. So I have 0 coupons available now, but I've used one and I had 4 expire. I had $10 off, $20 off. But I would have to spend $400 to get the $20 off. I know the stuff was already cheap enough as it is. They're barely making any money, but they're earning their money in volume by selling a whole bunch of stuff.
Itchy. Oh, that was weird.
But man, I like going on Vivor and window shopping. But like I said, I was looking at a lot of those greenhouses. I'm going, yeah, not this year. I got other stuff I got to pay for first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and fix my existing greenhouse for at least 1 more winter.
Yeah, you're better off just foregoing the greenhouse. I hate to say this because your roof is more important.
Yeah, but I can put tape on my existing cover. I'm gonna try and get one. It won't be snug tight. It will be enough to keep plants warm.
So was it the winter cover the plastic cover that died, or was it the
The
breathable
frame,
shade cover?
the frame got tweaked. I got a lot of it tweaked back. I was slowly tweaking it back into shape,
Okay.
so I don't have anything that snaps.
Or pinches weird.
Yeah, it pinched and crimped and stuff like that, right where the nuts and bolts are. But I am so excited to try that new heater concept.
I really hope that thing works for you.
I
I
know.
really hope it works.
What's up, obstacle? Yeah, like I said, and that hot pad got hot fast. I mean, within a few seconds, it was already above 100 degrees.
Yeah, but you still got to test it on a barrel.
Yeah. But I got to fill the barrel full of water first.
Yeah.
And then I got a tower fan I can put on there and just let it, do its thing. But that's still too hot to put on the cover, or even try to put the heater in there. What's nice is I'll probably put it on a switch in here, so I can
YouTube
turn it
just
off
told
and
me
on.
my comment was rejected.
Your comment was rejected, would you say?
Yeah. YouTube rejected your comment. This usually means they think it's spam. All it says is, I don't know how to fix your issue, Deb. Otherwise, I would help you troubleshoot.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Obstacle didn't see it, did he? The heater?
Wow, it still won't let me do it.
Huh. Did Obstacle get a chance to see that heater that I got?
God, I have to use the word. So apparently they don't like the word shoot.
No, they don't. Oh, hold on, let me get it. Sorry, guys, it's a little warm, so I'm in my tank top. So.
Oh, Jesus. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, shit.
From Vivor. And
Yeah, they really did come in a small box.
Yeah. So it's essentially, it wraps around a 55-gallon drum, and the whole heating pad heats up. And there's the controls for it.
Yeah, somebody didn't believe me at first. He thought the little thermostat, the little knob on the side was the heating unit. I'm like, there's no way that's going to heat up.
Yeah, like I said, but it's the whole thing heats up. It's kind of cool. So this wraps around a 55-gallon drum, and this will go up to 304 degrees.
Something like that.
But I'm only have it set for like maybe 100. Just enough to keep it warm, keep it from freezing inside the greenhouse.
Hey, Blake, what's going on, brother?
Yeah, so it's only 1,200 watts. So I won't be spending almost 5,000 watts trying to get the heater to stay on and try to keep it warm.
And the thing is, you can run that on a timer too on the plug end.
I could.
So that thing would just kick on for, every 40 minutes or so for like an hour, or like 15, 20 minutes every hour or so.
I could. But the timer has to hold that 1,200 watts. And all the timers I have at work only hold for 900 or 1,000 watts.
Ooh. Even the outdoor timers for like all the Christmas stuff?
Yeah.
Damn.
Not quite. Yeah. So I know I can hook it up to a light switch. I can just turn it off and on. Like I said, when it starts to get cold, I just have to watch the temperature and just turn it on. Or I have to find a thermostat that can handle the wattage.
Ooh, yeah, I can probably help you with that because that's what I have set up in the greenhouse.
Yeah, but it's gotta handle the wattage.
Oh, mine does. I run an 18-watt heater on it.
1800 watts.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, I run an 18-watt. Those little black square ones, those little
Yeah.
$25 ones, heaters. I run one of those off of it, and a freaking whatchamacallit, a heat lamp.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is my little ceramic heater here is 1400 watts. I had to run 2 of those plus the 5 strips of the C9 lights, and it barely kept it warm enough.
Good Lord.
Yeah, and a 250-watt light bulb.
Yeah, I've got the 250 infrared, whatever light bulb heat lamp thingy.
For red.
Yeah, I know that. It's not infrared. I know you. I know for a fact it's not infrared. You know it for. We both agree that's not infrared, but that's what they put on the damn packaging. It's essentially just a light bulb for lizards
and animals so they don't go blind. Yes, especially chickens.
Yeah, it's
Just stare at the sun.
right.
Yeah.
God, I got to put one of those in the damn chicken coop when I'm done. I'm gonna get that set up. Really only need to run that for a little bit every night. Chicken. I mean, it doesn't get below like really bad down here. I honestly don't think the chickens are gonna freaking freeze in the wintertime.
I mean, they didn't freeze out in the wild before we domesticated them.
Yeah, that's the problem though. We domesticated them, and then they became useless like half the children.
They
now.
became weak.
Yeah, they're
Like the more technology we get, the weaker we get too.
yeah, they're everybody's like, oh well, you know they do this and they do that, but yeah, now they don't have the resistance to this, and this. So you sneeze on your chicken, and 2 days later, the damn thing's dead.
Or vice versa.
Yeah, chicken sneezes on you, and then you're dead. Yeah, exactly. It's all about again genetic manipulation.
But yeah, so that's, and I got that off the V4 website there, Obstacle.
It was like
Shipped everything. It was like $44.
totally worth it if the benefits of that actually pan out to be worth it.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying it out. And if it works, hey, I'll take credit for it. Spread the word.
It works. If it works, he says he's going to get another one.
Yeah.
And run 2 of those. But that is a lot of pull.
Yeah, but if I do it on 2 different circuits and 2 different greenhouses, hey, all the better.
Yeah.
And then I can turn one into a real tropical greenhouse in the wintertime. I can just bump up the heat.
You can also run a piping just below the ground, and then just do some air circulation. Just run 2 sections in between them.
Yeah.
And then run just run a fan like off of one to one side, one to the other side, just a little CPU fan.
Yeah.
And then just circulate the airflow. Eventually, that'll heat up both of them. That's kind of what I'm planning on doing with mine.
Or I can just get a water pump and just do a radiator.
Yeah, that's what my dad kind of wants to do. He wants to sink in some barrels and then run some piping through there and run a heater and essentially heat it with kind of similar to the same way you would heat like a hot tub.
Yeah, but yeah, I can get that thing up to 300 degrees. That's a lot of hot water.
Yeah, I don't think I need 300-degree hot water. Plus, the more stuff I have in ground, which means that the less shit I can grow above ground. How did one get it? 1.5 mouse.
One caught it the first time, and the other one killed it.
I'm guessing Frankie and Lola got the same one at the same time and just split it in half.
Half for you and half for me.
Ah. Halves are because I found a dead, unalived mouse inside the litter box or outside the litter box with no clue who caught it.
Mhm.
Well, there
Okay.
you go.
A half a point for each.
I think that's why.
Yeah. Well, at least you got some mousers. That's good.
Now, and while you're at it, Deb, quail update.
Yeah.
Quail update. We would like a quail update. Quaaludes. We would like some Quaaludes update. Not quail nudes. Quaaludes. Blake, you're still in Alabama? Avoiding the banjos? Oh, by the way, Blake. Debating on whether or not I should have a second drink.
I tried one of those new Slim Jims the other day. The spicy one.
Oh, yeah.
They're actually good.
I don't know why everyone thinks they're new. They've had those damn Slim
Well-
Jims out since like the 90s.
No, this is a big one.
Yeah, the giant Slim Jims.
Yeah, the 20-inch one.
Yeah, they've had those spicy Slim Jims out for decades. It's like everyone's just like apparently new to the spice on Slim Jims. Like, bro, I used to eat jalapeno Slim Jims way
Yeah.
back in the day.
I don't think they're using jalapenos. I think they're using a dried cayenne powder.
So basically a red bell pepper.
No, the cayenne.
Yeah, it's a red bell pepper.
No, that's spicy.
It's probably mixed with something else, but cayenne pepper is basically a red bell pepper.
No, I thought that was chili powder, regular gold chili powder.
No, cayenne is dried red bell pepper.
Who else is in here tonight? I haven't seen Rob tonight. Four roosters, 9 hens.
No, it says it's for a dried Annam chili pepper plant.
Anaheim?
No, Annam. Annum.
Never heard of those.
So the pods are either dried whole and then ground, or made into a pulp, baked and then ground into a powder. So I like the taste of cayenne powder. I don't ever think it's spicy. Like, I have never considered cayenne pepper or cayenne powder to be spicy.
It could be a serrano. They could use a serrano too, because it's heat and there's no pepper taste. It's just the heat.
Serranos can get hot. Serranos are hot.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I've got those. Oh, no, I have the Tabascos. I tried growing the Serranos, and I was almost successful. Let's see. She's got 4 roosters, 9 hens. Tomorrow is moving day for them to give them more room. I don't know why I can just put that up there. Dude. Yep. So the older hens are going into freezer camp.
Yep.
Cecile's like, me first. Terrible Pokemon move. Really debating on whether or not I should have another beverage.
I might get some coffee.
Yeah, I forgot I had these little turds up here.
Oh yeah.
Those are the little Tabasco peppers. Frickers are hotter than Hades too, by the way.
All right, sis. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. knitting, so mostly, yeah, I'm going to start harvesting. My freaking Tabasco pepper plant is going crazy right now.
Mm.
It is crapping out peppers like nobody's business. So I think tomorrow I'm going to spend my day harvesting all of my green or all of my peppers that have turned red, and most of all my jalapenos. I think I'm going to cut them, dry them, figure out where to dry them, and then start crushing them into pepper.
Really, Deb? That's a lot.
Damn. That is a lot of food. Well, she's got basically an endless supply of little baby chickens.
Yeah. Well, my mom will end up. She still does. She'll cook. All the meals for a week. She'll freeze some of them, put some of them in the refrigerator for like the next 2 days.
Well, yeah, because if you're doing a week's worth of food, you can only eat. You got a two to 3 day window before you have to start freezing shit. Otherwise, it starts getting all funny.
Yeah. Well, like I said, she's by herself and she just eats one meal, and she hates cooking a meal for herself.
Why do you think I eat out most of the time? It's cheaper half the time to eat out than it is to just make a meal. Because if I cook for myself, I'm making enough for like 3 or 4 people. So essentially that relegates to like one good meal for me and then like 3 little meals.
Excuse me.
Nice.
Yeah, it's supposed to be cooling off here, and it's still in the 90s.
I've still been like mid 80s during the daytime. It's ridiculous. Yeah. It's 78 right now only because it's windy. Yeah, 84, 81, 84, 81, 79, 81, 82. All my lows are. Today my low's dropping. Tomorrow's dropping down to 49. Ooh. Shit, I might have to get some of my plants in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
At least my pepper plants.
Yes. It's 76 right now. Let me go to my 10-day.
I didn't check my 10-day. I just checked the 1 week, the weekly.
Yeah, like I said, I got 89 tomorrow, 87 on Monday, then back to 90 on Tuesday, 89.
Jeez.
But, we're dropping down to the mid-60s. So that's...
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, you'll check that weather app in like 2 hours, and every one of those numbers are going to be completely different.
Yeah, now we got starting to get, like the 12th, we're getting to 59. Oh, good, it's going to be raining on my birthday.
She's all, oh, good. That does not seem like a good thing, but I mean, I guess it depends on what you're doing.
Well, we haven't had any sizable rain in the past 3 weeks.
Ah, gotcha.
The lawn is starting to look a little brown now because it's not enough water.
Yeah, my beans did that. I forgot to water them, or I thought I watered them, but I'm fine with it because I'm going to just start harvesting them, and so I can add to my pile.
Yeah, we had rain in the area past couple of days, but we just got missed.
Yeah, shit went around me too. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go see a man about a bush.
Go ahead.
I'm going to see if he has the bush I'm looking for in stock.
The Japanese
Might come
market.
back with a beverage. Oh, man, walking still sucks.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to trying that heater, and if I can heat the greenhouse for inexpensively, I'll let everybody know about. Hey guys, here's a way to heat your greenhouses. It's still growing. It's still in the pot. Think about planting it on the edge of the forest. So it's kind of protected by the trees in the wintertime. Yeah, when the greenhouse incident happened, it kind of snapped a foot off the top of the tree, but it's growing back. Excuse me. So, yeah, and let's see. Yeah, I don't want to set the trap out tonight. I'm going to do that on Monday night. It's just a little itty bitty tiny little possum that keeps getting in through the cat door. So we'll take him out for a walk on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday morning. If I had some fur dye, I would probably dye the fur. If it comes back, then I know it's the same one. I might have to take it across the creek. That's a cool little trap. I'll probably pop that video out probably tomorrow or Monday. I'm waiting for it to cool off so I can do some air gun videos, do a little bit of plinking, share that with everybody. Just waiting for it to cool off. I work from 8 in the morning till 5 in the evening, so I don't get a whole lot of, time to do anything. How many bushes is he going to water? And let's see. Oh, here he comes. I hear him.
Negative. Ghost Rider. My second beverage is not going to be as cold as I thought it was going to be because I forgot to put my mix, but my green stuff. I forgot to put the vegan soup in the freezer. So the only thing that's going to be cold is the supposed beverage that's supposed to give me wings, but never does.
Yeah, I'm going to have to water again tomorrow because it's been so hot and dry lately.
Yeah, I watered yesterday.
Yeah, I watered 2 days ago.
I had no choice but to water yesterday. Half my plants were dry to like 4 inches down. I was like, oh shit. And I'm still trying to grow beans. So I got to kind of keep my beans alive. I've got to keep them moist.
Yeah, I do know the Connex box is coming, I think, Tuesday. So hopefully tomorrow and the next day will be chilled off enough in the afternoon in the shade where I can work out there and get those blocks leveled and all that.
I was about to say, do you already got the spot cleared out for it where you need it?
I already got it measured out. I got some of the first blocks are already down. I just need to get them up to height.
Gotcha.
There's one I have to bring some soil in. It's a little bit uneven. I might pour a little bit of concrete down and then place the block up on top of that and let that sit overnight. But it's in a weird spot. Some of it will be like 22 inches off the ground, while the other ones are going to be like 8 to 10 inches off the ground.
Oh, that is an unlevel spot.
It's the best spot we can put it in. It'll be able to get in here unloaded next to the carport.
I was about to say, can't you stick it on that? Oh, you keep telling me that's already been taken over.
Yeah.
The spot where you had the corn last, or the year before last.
Yeah. Well, no, she doesn't want the Connex box there. She wants it far back corner of the property.
Gotcha.
Harder to see, easier to get power to it. And then it goes, oh, I don't want power to it right now. I don't want to put power in or nothing. I'm going, yeah, you are later on. Watch. You get in there, it's going to be dark. This 40 feet long.
Oh, yeah, them suckers it's like walking in a semi-trailer.
And you walk in there, and it's going to be hot, hot, hot. I'm trying to talk her into at least getting a circuit over there and getting a dehumidifier in there and some lights. That's it. One receptacle and a fan and some lights.
I'd say like a shed vent too.
Well, we don't want to put holes inside the Connex boxes. We don't want that area to rust. But I can run a conduit through the bottom.
You still have the same problem.
Yeah, but I can seal a hole instead of a big old giant square vent.
I'm sorry nobody got to see the pour, but there you go. Yeah. Looks like a Guinness.
Yeah, because I still got those 3 lights that I picked up for $22 each.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
All I need is just one of those in there.
Yeah, really.
8,000 lumens, you only need one.
Could just run the solar lights from. I hate to say this, but Harbor Freight's got some decent ones.
Yeah.
I like those ones, man. I got one. I got it out over here somewhere. That sucker is. It's like 600 or 800 lumens, but that thing is like stupid bright.
Yeah.
Especially when it catches you right in the face, you're like, "Ooh, damn!"
Yeah. Yeah, but I figured one of those 8,000 lumen lights will be plenty.
Yeah, that's more than enough.
Yeah, it's 8 feet long, so in a 40-foot container, there should be plenty of light.
Yeah, that's almost a quarter of the container.
Yeah, poof.
Yeah, you set that sucker in dead center in the middle of that thing, and yeah, that'll light up the whole container.
And what I'll probably do is I'll probably offset it to one side because one side's going to be shelving, the other side's going to be walking path.
I got some incandescent, or actually, I got some straight up, goddamn, the glass spotlight LED, or not even LEDs, but like the old school like restaurant lights. I have like 4 bars of those, like 3 or 4 lights on each one. Each one of them damn light bulbs is like 500 watts. But they're like the crystal, like the glass lens ones.
Oh, okay.
And you pop in and twist, and they lock in.
Uh,
Damn suckers are hella bright.
Probably
Hella
halogen.
bright. Like I'm just waiting for somewhere I can put those because I've got 4 of them. Each one of them bars is like 3 feet.
Yeah. Like I said, the ones light I sell the most is that one little shop light, 4 feet long, or what? $29.
500 lumens, I believe those ones are.
Try 7,000 lumens,
Jesus.
and
Are they good? Is it incandescent or LED?
they're LED.
That's why.
And it also has the option either to hang it by chain or to mount it to a ceiling.
Yeah, most of those have that option.
Yeah.
Most of them usually come with the mounting bracket and the chain.
Yeah. I mean, it's 2 brackets, 2 screws. You screw it to the ceiling and you snap it in there. And you plug it in. Or you can plug it into an outlet with a light switch like I have here in the shop. But yeah, it's bright. And they also make the 3-foot ones.
I forgot to turn my dragon on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well. Me turning it off in 30 minutes anyway, even if I did. I got to go get one of those one of the timers from Home Depot tomorrow so I can set them on a timer.
The photo timer, so it turns itself on for 2 hours and turns itself off.
Yep. It'll be longer than that time will increase throughout the season as night gets longer and longer.
Yeah, because those are what, $12 at work right now for those timers.
Yeah, but I want the good heavy duty ones.
Yeah, and that one there only holds like 1,100 watts.
Yeah, I'm just running off a straight 120 or 110.
Yeah.
To a dragon that runs essentially like 12 volt.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm telling you, man, I love that thing. I saw that and I was like, "Oop, I gotta get that." I almost came home too with the damn 12-foot skeleton.
Oh, you should see the 18-foot one we have at work.
I am not happy with Lowe's Halloween selection this year.
I mean, a lot of the stuff for Halloween, it's like, yeah.
No, the problem is with the Lowe's down here is like a week after they put the Halloween decorations up.
The Christmas went up.
Yep, Christmas decorations went up. The next section over. I'm like, bro, at least wait till the damn holiday's over. You still got like 4 months.
I know.
Well, technically 2 months, but still, at least wait until November. Shit. And then poor Thanksgiving gets like all of like 2 weeks.
Give Thanksgiving a chance.
Give Thanksgiving a chance, yeah.
Yeah, that poor holiday. It's like, oh, here you got about a week's worth of time to get all the stuff for Thanksgiving, and then poof, it's all Christmas crap after that. Like, damn it! It's like, bro,
And I'm not looking for all the Halloween music. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna wait for the end of the season when they start throwing everything on clearance.
Oh yeah. I think I got my lights last year for under
Yeah,
$3.
you and me both. I still have mine are sitting right down here.
I still got 2 in my van. I got a whole bunch of them in the carport. I got them on the the skeleton for the greenhouse.
I can't run them on my battery, on my survival battery.
No, they're incandescent.
No, those things soak up. So plugging those in, that would give me about 2.5 hours of solid runtime, and that would be it.
Yeah.
Those things eat juice. But I can run 4 18-foot LED light strips, and it's like 6 watts. And that thing will run.
What are those? 275 watts each?
These things, that's 3 strands of lights, as you can see right there.
Yeah.
They are. Ew, I don't have the specs on here anymore. I lost the paperwork.
Yeah. Each one of those light strands is 225 watts.
Yeah, for the other ones. But yeah, I can run this thing on my battery pack for like 2 days straight. Because all 3 of these is only 5 watts combined.
Yeah. But you got to remember, I put 5 light strings in my greenhouse last year.
100%
So that was 1,100 watts. Plus a 250 watt light bulb, plus 2 1,400 watt heaters. That's a lot of wattage.
2-hour stream, Bill. 2-hour stream. You missed me talking about my greenhouse. Now we're talking about Christmas lights and Halloween decorations, but we can still talk about gardening.
Yeah, I prefer to talk about gardening.
5 watts on that, Jason, with 3 18-foot light strands. It'll give me 26 hours of runtime.
Wow.
And you're not going to need that for 26 hours.
Yeah.
You're going to run that, hour or 2 at night, maybe 3. I could run that thing on there for a solid week. Yeah, sorry on that one, Bill. I'm a one-man army over here. I had my dad help me a little bit when I was doing the end panels because the construction on that thing is weird. It tells you to do the whole front wall, door and everything, which makes no sense because it tells you to make the door last. So you get the whole front facade working, and then they tell you to start working on the back wall. The 2 most vulnerable sections to work on at opposite times. Once you get the back wall built, then they tell you to start building the side walls. And that's when you put your connectors in.
That's kind of weird.
That's how my first greenhouse was too. They tell you to build it was like, here, build the first wall, build this, and then put this in there. I built the first greenhouse on the back porch, and the wind damn near took that thing away. Yes, I did mention a chicken coop. I have the exact same one that you and Sharon have, that little tiny 6 chicken coop one, the little red one from like Harbor Freight or whatever, Tractor Supply. That seems to it's I find it hilarious, ironic, and just odd at the same time that almost everybody that starts with chickens starts with that same exact chicken coop. I've seen like 15 other YouTubers that do chickens and they've started off with that. Eventually they upgrade or they build their own, but I figure in my climate that thing should at least last me 3-4 years, maybe 5 years, and then I can upgrade or remodify the panels that I have. Because aside from the parts made out of wood and the terrible design for the roofing shingle sections, I can rebuild all of that. I have all of the pieces for it. I have like 30 2x4s randomly that I just acquire over like time. And yeah, if absolutely necessary, I will straight up build my own chicken coop if I have to.
Ooh.
But how long has yours lasted? You said you had to do some roof work on yours, but you've had that one out there for what, 4 or 5 years now on your property?
Wow. That thing's huge.
Oh, you've only had yours 2 years, and it's already that decayed? Oh, fourth year now. So see, yeah, 4 years ain't too bad on that.
No.
What gave out first? Was it the sidewalls, the bottom, or the roof? I think for the roofing, the way they have those holes drilled in there, I think you really have to run some silicone in there and then screw it down tight. And I think I'm gonna have to do that on mine because I do not want water dripping through them holes. Because that's where you're gonna have the biggest amount of problems. Yeah, the tar paper, the tar shingle roofing is fine, but where they have those connected, you got to seal that hole.
That's a big chicken run.
Yeah, I think I saw that one on one of the other videos where you're like, yeah, I got to start repairing this one because that was the decayed really bad.
Yeah, they got a chicken run on Vivor for $276. It's almost 10 feet wide, 26 feet long, and 6.5 feet tall at the peak.
Yeah, you know how you can do that a lot cheaper?
No, it comes with the it comes with the chicken wire.
Yeah, but you just go to somewhere, you buy like a 10-foot wide roll of chicken wire and a bunch of freaking T-posts, and you just run some PVC on top of that, and then chicken wire that shit down, and you're good to go. Ooh, that's not good for the chickens.
What?
The rotted spots are where the chickens are, the nesting box on the chickens.
Oh,
that. So the chicken, the coop itself is not very. It's like maybe 3 feet wide and about 6, maybe 7 feet long, roughly 4 feet high at the peak. Good access. It's got plenty of access to it, so it's not like there's anywhere you're gonna have a problem. Cleaning it out is easy. There's just a big metal tray on the bottom. You just slide it out, dump the stuff in there, put new stuff in, slide it back in. It does come with a roosting bar, and then it comes with 3 nesting boxes on the backside, which are easily accessible by a little hatch. That's the thing. For the $400 that I paid for it, I thought that was a fairly good deal for that because it's, aside from the wooden parts, everything on there it's all steel. It's steel paneling. It's a 1/4-inch steel mesh all the way around it, so nothing's getting in there except for lizards. I have seen lizards just run through those little squares like there. I'm like, how did you even get in there? Your head is wider than the square. But they squiggle in there like it's nothing. But I am planning on, with mine, I'm planning on doing something similar to like everybody else's. Basically, you just use that as a starter box, and then you make a chicken run around it. So you just increase their basically their backyard. So essentially, the chicken coop is the house, front porch, and then you just kind of build them a backyard around it. But I'm just gonna, with mine, I'm just gonna do it the easy way. I'm just gonna buy the T-posts, snail them into the ground. I will do, most likely what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some PVC framework toppers. I'm just going to get the caps that'll fit over the T-post ends and run PVC across, and then run a tarp on that, like a section of tarp on one side. That way they can have a little bit more shade.
Or you can use EMT.
I might. Ooh, now that's going to be expensive though for the EMT.
It's not that. EMT is not that expensive for what it is. A 10-foot section is like $10.
Ooh, that's
for a half inch.
Well, I got a ton of metal down here. I got a bunch of 2-inch pipe that I can modify and run that way and do what I need to do.
Yeah. Now, if you're using rigid, that'd be expensive.
Oh God, yeah, that's what I have is rigid. Well, that's what I used on my when I did the trellis wall in front of the two windows over here.
Yeah.
I used 2-inch rigid 2x10s.
2x10 wood or pipe?
No, rigid pipe.
Yeah, that's almost like $90 for one stick.
That shit was $45 a pipe.
Yeah, here it's 90.
Well, that's well. You also live out in a rural area, so they're going to try to get as much money as they can.
That's
Here, it's like for 10 feet, it's like $45-$50.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, like I said, but that's for running your 2-out wire for your service for your house.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, Bill. Sometimes you got to. Yeah, I did see the side run that you had refilled. I believe you still have to work on that tarp, don't you? The covering. I think the tarp was the last time I saw that tarp was destroyed. But that's also where the thing got in and got got Mr. Goose or Mrs. Goose, the evil goose, which was funny because that goose everywhere Bill went on his yard when he was filming, that damn goose was right there next to him.
Oh yeah.
Geese make good guard dogs, but they suck against predators.
Yeah, no, like I said, it was a codependent goose.
Yep. Yeah, you definitely need poly.
Yeah, Bill.
9 mil, or you need like anywhere between you need 9 mil plus for a lot of things just to keep that shit from rotting away in the sun after 1 year.
Yeah. Shade cloth.
You know what?
No,
my chickens don't really need that much room. I could probably do that with EMT because EMT, like you said, the 1-inch EMT is.
The 1-inch will be like $20.
Yeah, I can get like a 20-foot pole for like $10 or $12.
Yeah.
I can cut that to however I need it if I absolutely have to. I can thread my own EMT. I've got a threader.
Well, you don't thread EMT. It's a clamp. It's that light.
Yeah. Doesn't mean I can't thread. I can also weld it if I have to.
Well, you can just put a coupling on there and just screw it on there. It'd be easier, less work.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
But that's why you got to put down bedding for the chickens. That way they're not doing that, and then you just scrape out the bedding.
So, Bill, if you got troubles with the raccoons, let me know. I'll teach you how to take care of it. It's easy.
I got 8 people in here. Yay! I'm super happy. Yeah, luckily I don't have to worry about mud on my property because majority of my ground is sand.
I got sand and clay mix.
Bill's got sand, clay, and just
Rocks.
Dirt and rocks. His soil almost, I kid you not, he's almost got the exact same soil that I do, except he's got about 40% more clay.
Yeah.
Easily 40% more clay.
Yeah, but like I said, those dog-proof traps work wonders for raccoons.
You could drill a hole in a stump, somehow nail 2 nails in there, put a shiny piece of flashing in there, and the raccoon will get stuck in that. Yeah, he's good with his iron sights. I don't have iron sights. I've got a spare tire on both sides. So if I ever get a flat, at least I got 2 spares. So when are you planning on getting the pond liner there, Bill?
Yeah, you got to make sure you got plenty of sand in there to protect against the rocks with that liner.
Oh, nice. Is he getting a tracking array or is it a stationary? And it's at least it's good that you guys are helping each other instead of having
Yeah.
a one-way, mutually non-beneficial encounter.
The colony.
Yes. I still want to get like 500-acre piece of property, get with a couple of junkyards and just be like, I need you guys just to grab random piles of shit from your junkyard, dump it on this property in this spot, and then just have like, I don't know what, maybe 25 to 50 people, and we just have to survive and build stuff with the crap that's in those piles.
Oh, sorry about that, Bill.
Ooh, damn. Well, firewall's easy to just replace. But yeah, having all of that dumped in there, no, that is that sucks.
Truck needs more work. Truck's more important than the liner.
Ooh, man, that's a good way to blow an engine.
Yep.
I mean, it's great for a temporary solution to get you from point A to point B, but hopefully point B wasn't like 500 miles away. I know it's not the best of solutions, but I have seen people jerry rig the use of garden hoses for stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Long enough to just get to the hardware store to get a new hose. That definitely sucks. So pond liner for next season.
Bummer.
Now I understand why you were over at Clyde's helping him with a battery bank. I still plan next year. I think I'll be more squared away and situated for the endeavor that I was attempting to, well, that I was planning on trying to do this season. It just didn't happen due to, I can't even say due to circumstances. It was just, I just did not have the time nor the money.
Funding.
I just didn't have the time nor the money. I mean, I have, because it's not like I'm 100% poor. I mean, I have cash flow. It's just not exponential cash flow. So when I'm not working, I'm not getting all that money. So helping out anywhere.
Is Colin camping right now?
Say what?
Is Colin camping right now?
Yeah, he's at.
He's gonna get a surprise tomorrow morning.
Why?
You gotta see the line of thunderstorms going across South Dakota, Kansas right now, and Omaha and Nebraska. Big old bow echo.
Yeah, well, he might actually be at the house, to be honest. But he also may be camping close to Watcher Flea Market, or they might be at a hotel.
Yeah.
Wait, so your daughter does your daughter do rats, or is that Sharon? Never mind. I'm sorry. My brain just. I saw it on there. I don't know what my brain was saying. So, your daughter keeps rats. Okay. Okay, so he's got a permanent array of.
Okay.
Okay, so so he's at a campsite apparently next to Watcher. Dumbo rats for pets. So she's got those kind of rats. Gotcha. You know, you can feed those to the chickens too.
Oh yeah.
They don't care. You can feed freaking drumsticks from KFCs to chickens, and they'll eat the damn things like it was nothing.
Yeah. Only if you get them from the pet store. Usually, the wild is bred out of them.
I think the last time I saw a mouse or a rat have babies here, I was a kid, and that damn thing had like 15 of them. I was like, holy shit. And it makes you think astronomically. Even if you have a 50-50 chance of that rat, the offspring of those rats or mice being half female, that is still an exponential growth in rat population.
Yeah, I'm trying to find somebody around here that has a barn full of rats and mice. I can go take care of them for them.
So they usually, if they've got a barn full of rats and mice, they usually have a couple of barn owls.
Yeah, I would like to have a target-rich environment. Make good content.
Yeah, me personally, I'm not a rat person. I mean, if I see a rat, I'm just like, okay, whatever. If I see a mouse, I'm just like, man, whatever. I'd rather honestly prefer either dogs. I hate to say this, but cats. If I absolutely had to own a cat, I would. But I'd prefer to have a dog or reptiles.
Yeah, a dog is fine by me.
I'm good with reptiles. I've had a snake before. I had a snake for like 10 years. I would do it again if I had the proper environment to do it.
And the time.
Yes. Same with a dog. The problem is I don't have enough time for a dog. Your situation, Jason, is okay for a dog because you have daughters, plus Molly's always home.
Yep.
So the dog has somebody. If I'm here by, sometimes my parents are gone 3-4 months out of the year, and I'm always at work. Dog here by itself for 6 to 8 hours a day, doing absolutely nothing.
That's funny.
Jimbo James crayfish. I had one of those too. I had a crawdad from a ditch down at the end of my street. Put that in my fish tank. That sucker got big real quick. But goldfish were also like 10 cents a piece back in the day. You buy $5 worth of goldfish, throw them in there, you got about 2 weeks worth of food. And then the cat tried to get the crawfish. Didn't work out so well for the cat. Cat got it out, and my crawfish, I kid you not, got that cat right in the nostril.
Yeah.
Right in between each hole in that little spot that they have that little crease right there under the nose. Yeah. That sucker pinched that cat right there in that spot. That cat said, screamed like it was dying. Chucked, flipped out of the water, chucked my crayfish like halfway across the living room. And all I heard was this commotion. I come running downstairs, and my crayfish, my crawdad, sitting in the middle of the living room. I'm like, yeah, you need to go back in the fish tank. I never find crawdads under sheds because you have to have water under there.
Yeah, we got the ones here that'll burrow holes and get little volcanoes.
Yeah.
But it's wet underneath. That's why I have a very shallow water table here.
Possible. Yeah, that thing went from like a dark gray to kind of like a lightish green. It was weird. And that was all within a couple of months. In just a few months, that thing molted like 6 times.
As long as it gets fed good, yeah. They grow fast.
Yeah, when you got 2 weeks worth of goldfish food supply, yeah, then that sucker was growing that quick.
There's your aquaponics farm right there.
Crawdad and a couple of fish.
Yeah. Feed a couple plants.
I ought to see if I can actually do that with the tanks that I have.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have to see, because I know my water barrels will freeze. And those are 100-gallon water barrels. So I would assume I'd have the same problem with one of my stock tanks, the 3x2x4s. I think that would have the same effect, unless I have a pump circulating the water 24/7.
Yeah. A teddy bear hamster. You mean a gopher?
Yeah, angry, tailless, fat rats is essentially what they are.
They're a gopher.
Yeah, like dwarf gophers.
No,
I
I've
mean,
had hamsters when I was a kid, and then I found out they're gophers. I'm going, oh my goodness.
yeah, those things are mean. You piss them off and they're mad, man. Them suckers hurt.
No, they, yeah.
Oh, you
Don't
want
look
a real fun one?
today.
Guinea pig is technically the same thing.
Uh, Guinea pigs are a food delicacy in parts of the country, parts of the world.
I've never been a fan of guinea pigs. Their fur is too oily, in my opinion. They're like them. What is it that freaking Irish? What the hell is that damn dog? Oh God, I want to say setter, but it's not. It's like a little Yorkies.
Oh,
I hate Yorkies. I don't know what it is with that dog. I don't know if it's that dog is bred naturally to have that, but that dog's fur is so greasy and oily. It's like, what the heck? I just don't like those dogs. There's something about them that just pisses me off. Same with Chihuahuas. Anybody here that owns a Chihuahua, I'm sorry, I absolutely hate them damn things.
Chihuahuas are awesome.
They're freaking ankle biters. You fart and they bark for like 20 minutes. It's like, bro, go away.
They're vicious little creatures. Little dog, big attitude.
No, it's a rat that thinks it's a freaking wolf.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that'll be one way to go on that. But you still have to have a drain out. That way you can at least clean out the bottom of the pond and get all this nasty silt and sediment out of there. Which will still actually be good if you can drop it into a filter bag. Use that in the garden.
Yeah.
Because that'll be some really good clean dirt.
I mean, a simple pond filter will work. Just to have a run of a few hours a day.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that would be good. That'd be like a Chihuahua banging a pug. God, can you imagine how ugly that dog would be?
I like the ones when they breed the Chihuahuas with the, Papillons?
I've seen a Chihuahua Pomeranian mix. That is interesting. You get a short-haired Chihuahua with the attitude of a freaking Pomeranian. It just 9:12, 70 degrees. Damn.
Yeah, it's already 10 o'clock here.
I know. I'm surprised you haven't been like, oh, well, I got to go. It's 10 o'clock.
No, they got me going in at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning and getting off at 5.
Holy shit. Yeah, why they got you going in so late?
I have no idea. And then Monday I got to be there at 7 to 4.
Well, they're really messing with your schedule this week, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like, don't you guys understand stability?
That's crazy. Bill, on your solar, didn't you say you had some bad batteries, or was it the bad solar cells?
Yeah.
Ew, Chihuahua rat terrier. I guess that would make it just a slightly bigger Chihuahua? Because a terrier is a
little bit bigger,
slightly fatter version of a Chihuahua. Tunnel dogs, essentially. So you had an extreme short-haired dog with some really big-ass ears. And probably a really big head.
It probably looks like a bat.
Yeah. Shit, if you think about it, technically puppy, not huskies, German shepherds.
Yeah.
Those dogs have the biggest ear to head ratio when they are puppies. They look like freaking fruit bats. Chihuahua on steroids. So I got big old fat head and big ass ears.
You ever notice like a regular old short-haired Chihuahua almost looks like a mule deer?
Yeah, in a way, yes. Oh god, can you imagine breeding a basset hound with a Chihuahua?
Oh no! Talk about souped up on energy, zoom zoom, and stubbornness.
Well, no, that'd be like the opposite. That you would have a dog that's neutral with ears big enough to freaking catch some air and fly away with. Basset hounds have huge, massive ears. Chihuahuas have big ass ears. But you got the freaking basset hounds are kind of like neutral. They'll bark at stuff, but then they're like, eh. Chihuahuas will just sit there and bark at everything. But yeah, you got Chihuahua high energy plus basset hound kind of laid back energy. That would be a weird looking dog.
Yeah, a leaf flips over in a breeze, and a Chihuahua will bark at it.
Dude, the mailman's like 4 blocks away coming down the street, and the damn Chihuahua would bark at it.
Or the trash truck.
Videos of people grabbing their Chihuahuas, walking outside the house and doing this. Like, look, there is nobody out here. What the hell are you barking at? It's because a bird landed on the neighbor's fence 4 houses down. Like, bro. And the thing is, they bark at everything, so you don't know if it's an alert bark, if somebody's at your house trying to do something. So you go to the window and they're like, there's nobody there, but the dog's barking for something.
Yep.
Like, bro, why? And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, Chihuahuas are good for security because they bark at everything. They'll bark at a cricket chirping outside, and you're like, what is out there? What are you barking at? There's nothing. Like, why?
But the cricket is a dangerous animal.
It is dangerous. It'll hop into your nose and chirp at you.
It'll get stuck in your hair.
I'm more concerned with frogs or bats. Because at least if a cricket gets in your hair, you can smash it and then comb it out later. Bats are just going to get more tangled in your hair because they freak out. I'm like, first off, bro, why'd you fly at my head in the first place?
They don't believe in controlled flight.
I ain't never seen a more erratic flight pattern than that of a freaking bat.
You gotta see how bees fly.
Oh, I see, Jason. I have freaking bees everywhere over here.
What's funny is they have a hard time trying to fly through a chain link fence. They just can't do it.
You try telling that to my bees. I see my bees fly through that shit all the time. I don't think I've ever seen bees or the bumblebees fly. They fly through it all the time, and then they don't have any issues over here. Like, none at all. But it's really going to suck to lose all my sunflowers.
They'll be back next year.
But, man, I had a good run on them suckers this year. Those things went nuts.
You do the same thing next year?
Say what?
You didn't make it a little longer next year?
Hopefully they'll make it longer next year now that I got the seed stock for it. Plus, I got whatever happened.
You can make a bigger patch. Do the whole front end?
That'll be on my neighbor's property. I'm going to run a set over there with a soaker hose, and then I'm going to run it to a hose line that she can just plug in over there and just run that for like 10, 20 minutes a day.
They got little timers, little dial timers.
Yeah. But I don't want somebody to steal the dial timer. I can just have her hook it up to her water line. And just be like, yeah, just plug this in and run it for like 20 minutes at like 10 o'clock in the morning. And they'll be fine. Oh, I've seen a Goliath cricket. Damn things are nasty. Yes, I will try to get them. I do have the melon. I got to check on the big one. Those seeds should still be viable. I will pull those off and I will send you some. And then I still have your bag of sunflower seeds over here. we will have to, I do not have Cash App. Only poor people have Cash App. Sorry. I'm not even, Bill, I'm not even worried about that. That's probably going to cost me like $2 to send all that shit out to you. So I'm not even concerned with that. I wasn't planning on charging you for the seeds anyway. I said I was just going to give them to you, so I'm not even worried. We will have to get in touch over the wintertime, get the details squared away, and then I can send that all out. I still got to send Cecilia's stuff out, so I got to dig through this pile and find the rest of the bars of soap, get all that squared away. I think I'm going to redo everybody's bags of seeds because I have the envelopes. Okay. I still have everybody's envelopes with the seed bags, but I'm going to use the new improved seed bags instead of these little plastic Ziploc baggies. These little gram baggies or ounce baggies, whatever you want to call them. So this is normally how I was doing the beans. I was doing them in these like little baggies, and then I was putting a label on there. But I think for the ones that I have, I'm just going to leave them. But anything else I send out, I'm going to use I'm going to use these little seed bags. So probably have to buy some more from Amazon. Oh, I don't need elephant grass. I got that shit growing over here in spades already. Oh, no. Do not send me morning glories. Whatever you do, do not send me morning glories. I have like a pound of seeds from those damn things. Ooh, I will take the lima beans, though. I will definitely take the lima beans. Loofahs, I have seeds for that. I have... Shit.
1,000 of them?
Oh, man, that's buried at the moment. I have tons of loofah seeds. I probably have over 500 loofah seeds.
Hopefully here in about another 4 or 5 days, I'll be able to harvest my seeds off the spider lilies.
What kind of basil is it?
Angry basil.
I think I have chocolate basil, but I'm not 100%. I got tons of basil too, because I've got Bill. I grew that one time a couple of years back in the actual garden bin, and that plant was 4.5 feet wide and 4 feet high, and that was one plant. I was pulling leaves off of that thing that were like 4.5 to 5 inches long. I have Genovese basil seeds for eternity. I have one plant outside right now that's probably got about 400 or 500 seeds on it. I'm 100% squared away on Genovese basil. Now, if you had some chocolate basil, I would take those seeds. But so far, yeah, I've got, like I said, I've got loofah seeds. I've got elephant grass growing in a pot in the backyard. And I started off with one node. By the end of the season, I had 13 of them. My pot died, so I was like, you know what? They broke through my pot because they're like they're a bulb style, kind of like node research. So they spread out via nodes. And it split my pot in 2 seconds. Yeah, rhizome.
Yeah.
And it split my pot, so I had to cut my pot open to get them out. And then I planted them in a steel planter. And I now have, those things are growing like 8-10 feet high. And by next year, that planter is going to be pretty much full. I essentially, now that I have them, basically what I'm going to end up doing is every about 2 to 3 years, I'll probably just cut them down. And I just use them as free mulch. Free mulch and free compost, to be honest. I did that with my neighbor because my neighbor has that stuff in her yard, and I cut that all down one year. I sat there the entire day with my wood chipper, my little mini chipper, cutting probably about 200 stalks. Oh, and yeah, basil is extremely seed prolific. Mine will send out like 6 to 8 inch long stems with flowers, and I have those actually already.
I have raspberries.
I have blackberries. I'd rather not have the thorned versions. Sure, I can add some basil seeds to your package.
Let's see. How is
Let me.
that video doing?
Shit, I don't know where I put the envelopes, but yeah, I can easily throw some basil in there.
That video is still going. The catching spider lilies. I'm almost at 1,000 views on that one.
Nice. How many did you end up putting in bags the other day?
22 bags, total of 25 flowers, because the stalks were close enough to each other.
Gotcha. So you got two. Some of those you have like 2 in each bag.
Yeah. So if I just counted 22 times 5, there's 5 pods per plant. I don't know how many seeds are in each pod. I don't know if it's 1 or 2 or a dozen. I don't know. I'm just now learning about them. And I got to dig up the bulbs. I got to transplant the bulbs into an area where I want them. Yeah, but that little short got 1,000 views for being not so exciting.
Yeah, I watched it still.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Bill, I do that on mine because I have. So I've got basil growing in like 3 different spots right now. So originally, when I started basil, I was told that it's really hard to grow basil from seeds. So I wanted to prove somebody wrong. Got it done within 3 months. I grew. There was a cycle through that, but yeah, I ended up growing basil from seed in a planter. Next year, I decided to do the same thing. Put basil in. I had like 6 little 6-inch pots with basil. Those things were about maybe foot and a half tall. Didn't get very big. Third year, I was like, I wonder how big this thing will get if I stuck it in a larger, like almost solid in-ground planter. And that's what went in one of my larger planters outside. That damn bush, one bush, the base of that plant was this thick.
Wow.
When I yanked it out of the ground. It had about 15 branches coming off of it, about the thickness of my thumb. I mean, I got a fat thumb here. And each one of those branches was about 3.5 to 4 feet long, and that bush was about 4.5 feet wide. I probably had over 200 bees on that thing on a daily basis, and I would sit there with little clippers. Every other day, I was clipping off the flower nodes, and I still had bees on that thing. I had freaking seeds from that. I got thousands of seeds off of that. I got another one right now in a 10-inch pot that's probably got over 700 or 800 seeds on it. I've already got a little tray full of them sitting in the greenhouse.
Ooh. Oh, you got the puff balls. Oh, lucky son of a...
Wait, so the lima beans, does it come back every season, or do you have to replant? Oh, dude, I had my basil was in like solid sunlight, and that damn thing went nuts. When I pulled it out of that planter, the root base was like 1.5 feet wide, squared. That thing was massive. I probably pulled out about 4 pounds of dirt when I yanked that sucker out of the ground.
Yeah, he's got puffball mushrooms. It's like, oh, lucky son of a gun.
Okay, so you got to replant. Well, so the lima beans, just like everything else, it doesn't come back every season. You got to put something else into the ground. Yeah, just all I need is 5 of them. And hey, Tuck, how's it going, man? Good to see you.
Hi, Tuck. How you doing?
I'm doing well on my side. I believe this gentleman is doing pretty well himself.
Oh yeah.
Oh, mail strike. Ooh, let me know when that is over. I will try to get all that sent out by the end of this year. If not, again, I will try to get it sent out next year. I know I'm terrible at this. I've been saying this for like 3 years. I apologize. I need to get it all sent out. Like I said, I've got the soaps for you. I've got the little mini bars. I think I got like 6 or 8 of those, and then I bought like 4 or 5 of the big ass bricks. And I think with all of that, you should be squared away for like a solid year, year and a half, maybe 2 years. I don't know. If they do that sale again at the store, I'll get some more and I'll send them over there. But yeah, like I said, I've got all this. I've got the stuff. I just need to be pestered enough to get it sent out. I'm just bad at sending things out because, again, I work all day, get off of work, and by the time I get off of work, the freaking the post office is closed. And then on my days off, I'm basically outside all day long trying to get stuff done. So again, I sincerely apologize for the delay in shipping. I have the stuff. I just struggle with getting stuff out. I need a counterpart that'll help me, force me to get stuff done. Just pester me every week you see me. To be like, did you get a package sent out yet? And I'll be like, no. I'll eventually get it. It will get sent. I will add the basil seeds to the package. Hopefully customs doesn't flag that as an invasive plant. Confiscate it. But I think if I mark it as a gift, I think it should make it through without any issues. I'm fairly certain between U.S. and Canada, the customs is not going to be like, oh, this package is coming from here. Let's see what random ass invasive stuff they're sending you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can understand if I was sending things to like Australia. I might have an issue with that. Like Mexico, maybe. Yep, that was weird. Oh, that's why. I've had that. My Friday is Tuesday, Saturday and Sunday are my Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, same here.
I nearly built an entire greenhouse on Wednesday. If I was not trying to rush to be on Jason's live Wednesday, I would have finished that greenhouse.
Yeah.
I'd have been out there till 9 o'clock, 9:30 finishing it, but I would have finished the damn thing. Because all I had left was I had to lock in the windows.
Excuse me.
Put the last panel in under the window framing. Although I had to readjust a lot of the cross members so I could get the paneling in. And then the last thing I had to do was the door, which was stupid easy. That's like 6 pieces. And then the support cross members, which are like half inch by half inch square tubing. I think they could have done a little bit better on that, in my opinion. Tubing that small is still incredibly flexible. And just with a little bit of tweak, you can really bend the shit out of it. So I might consider using solid like half-inch flat stock and then drilling holes in that, and they're running that for my cross members, but we'll see what happens. So is that gifts under 30 pounds or $30? I don't think it's going to weigh 30 pounds. Between all the soap and the seeds, I doubt it's going to exceed 10 pounds.
Yeah, I tried to send, I think it was like 4.5 ounces. It cost me $60.
What the hell were you sending? A gold brick?
No, a couple of things of yarn. No,
You know the easiest way to send yarn to stick it in one of those vacuum bags and just suck that shit flat.
stuck in an envelope, yeah. But yeah, no, like I said, it was like $60. I'm going, oh my goodness. Yeah, I think it was like just under 5 ounces.
I can't. What a freaking heck.
Yeah, I know, Cecilia.
It's sometimes shipping the heavy shit is less expensive than shipping light stuff.
I don't know why. It's just like, it was like, oh my goodness.
It depends on the packaging because there's a lot of things you can do, those like flat rate packages, get a lot of stuff in there. But I think as of, we'll say his first term, we're not going to mention who, but during his first term, he really wreaked some havoc with the Postal Service. And since then, they actually stopped doing the flat rate packaging.
Yeah.
Where you could just get that little box. It was like a 4-inch by.
If it fits, it ships. Yeah.
Yeah, if it fits, it ships box. They got rid of that flat rate package because you could used to be able to send all kinds of shit in that for like $15. Yeah, and now they got rid of that. It's basically now it's per pound. And I wish they would go back to the if it fits, it ships, because I could stick one of those boxes, wrap everything in a trash bag, duct tape it together, and shove it in the mailbox for like $12-15. And I kind of wish we'd go back to that, but it is what it is. If I have to ship it in a larger box, I will. It's mostly going to be soap, so I'll just make sure I got, double bag it so it's nice and waterproof. And then go from there. Because that's the thing, they don't make waterproof bags for shipping, which basically just essentially have to stick everything in a trash bag.
Makes you wonder how in these companies can ship such big heavy things for a little bit of money. But yeah,
they're making billions of dollars.
Yeah, but then when we go to ship something, oh my God, they rape us financially.
It's because we're not a corporate conglomerate making $60 million every 4 months. The woo flu. That's funny. We're gonna call it the wee woo flu.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
I'm just gonna call that shit. I'm gonna say it as it is, retard juice.
Yeah.
Because I swear to God, I'm not trying to offend anybody that actually got the shot, but I swear to God, majority of the people that got it somehow became dumber. With I swear with like a 30% decrease in intelligence. And you don't notice this unless you work in the food industry
or retail.
Yeah, we can just go. We'll straight just categorize it as retail.
Well, like I said, I'm not too far away from where the dental records and the DNA match.
Oh, you mean where Blake is staying?
Yes, I'm stereotyping. All right, fine.
Right. I never got it either. Never got the shot or the symptoms.
I got a headache. And that was it.
That's because you didn't eat enough nachos.
Yeah.
That entire time, I kid you not, during that entire period, I was literally eating nothing but hot dogs, nachos, Doritos, and cheese puffs.
You know what sucks about that? Everybody else that got sick during that time got paid time off. But when I got it, they quit it just before I got it. I was like, what's wrong with you guys? That's unfair.
It's like, yeah, I would have been like, you bastards.
You're making me take the time off. Pay me.
Yes, technically would be considered under workman's comp.
Yeah. It was like, 6 days off with pay? I was like,
God, I wish where I worked, I wished I could get some sort of compensation.
compensation.
I was trying to do the short version of if I'm not on vacation, at least make 4 hours of time on my days off, to kind of keep myself afloat. But that's why I don't take vacations.
That's what they
Comorbidities.
I'm still waiting for them to say, you need to take some time off. I'm waiting to hear that from them, from work.
Yeah, right. Oh, man, I wish. So the funny thing is, everybody in my store that I work with has had vacation time, time off, days off, or have requested some period where they're not at work. The last time I took a vacation was when we met up in Iowa. I don't take vacations. My boss goes on a 2-week vacation every year. I still don't do it. He goes, why don't you ever take vacations? I said, because I can't afford it. Because every time I take a vacation, that's $800 that I'm not making. And that's every 2 weeks. Yes, I make jack squat in a restaurant, but hey, it's better than nothing. Oh yeah, if you have a printer that you can pop out labels, that's freaking awesome. But you have to have the program for it.
Excuse me. Jeez.
Which I think is some variation of a price per month to run those programmings, or you can get a standalone one, essentially like what UPS has. No, I do not get paid vacations. I wish I did, but I don't work for a union. Paid vacations are usually for extremely large companies or if you're unionized.
Not an independent little restaurant.
Yeah. If the restaurant I worked for was, say, like Pizza Hut, might get paid vacation then. But as this is technically a mom and pop style owned restaurant, I don't get paid vacation.
Excuse me. Yeah, like I said, if I don't use any time, as of right now, I will have to burn 98 hours and still have 40 hours left over.
Yeah, I feel you on that one, Tuck. It's either you have too much vacation time or just not enough money. And with me, it's usually not enough money. And I mean, I wouldn't mind having my own, printed label maker, so I can just print out labels, drop it off at UPS or USPS, and then just be like, have them charge me whatever for it, and then just go from there. Medical inserts for boxes and packaging. You guys did like all the foam packaging. See, I swear, everybody I talk to on here, aside from myself, I feel like I've lived the most boring ass under a rock life versus like everybody else I've talked to. Like I feel like I literally do absolutely nothing with my life. I literally just live day by day. Never had any real goals as a kid. Just figured I get just live life as it is. I almost feel like a nomad.
I try to live a boring life.
Shit, do you know how much laundromats make though, Grace? Them suckers back in the day, they used to make a shitload of coin.
Literally,
They
coin.
charge you like $1.50 to start up, and then you got to just keep feeding quarters in there to get an actual load wash. By the time you're done washing your laundry, you're like $5 in. Then they charge you like $3 for a little box of soap. So
And
by the
about,
time you're done washing your laundry and drying it, you're like $15, $20 in quarters in.
yeah, no, then the dryer is what, 50 dimes?
Yeah, you got to throw a shitload in there.
Just to get the thing just to dry?
Those laundromats probably make $10K, $20K a day. Oh yeah, because you're doing that hot foam molding or that expanded foam molding. You
Yeah.
basically just spray that stuff into a bag, let it expand a little bit, throw the component in there, and then you throw another bag on top of it, seal it, and let it expand into there.
Oh, excuse me.
I always wondered how they got those like perfectly formed foam bags around all those things, and then I watched a video on that. I'm like, oh, that's how they do it. They
Yep.
spray like 8 ounces worth of foam into a foil bag, fold it over so it doesn't go anywhere, and then throw the component in there after like 2 seconds, and then do the same damn thing again on the top. Oh yeah, laundromats rake in a ton of money. They
Yeah.
also get robbed a lot too, though.
Yeah, the only place I know that gets all the coin going in but not going out like the casino.
Casinos rape the shit out of you.
Yeah.
You could spend thousands of dollars there for like a $500 payout. One day randomly. Like, oh, I'm like out $5,000, but hey, I made $500.
That's why I only play bingo.
Bingo's got better odds, in my opinion.
Oh, I know how to play the bingo. I know the odds.
Shit, half the time you make more money off the damn pull tabs. And those pull tabs, I used to be able to get those they used to be 50 cents a pull tab. Actually, no. When I was younger and I used to play bingo with my grandma, them pull tabs were 25 cents a pull tab.
Now, with those electronic devices, usually you can get one of those and you get a $25 package.
Yep.
Okay. And each time you're playing a game, it's 108 cards. Okay. Now, if you play just right, say there's 50 people in the bingo hall, okay, or less, dump $100 in. Okay. You're guaranteed at least win at least one, and maybe up to 7.
Yeah, I should.
$400 a payout. Hey, you made money. Now, if you go into a bingo hall that's got like 1,000 people playing in it, yeah, no,
Yeah, your odds are going to severely
way down.
But yeah, if you're in a small one and 25, 40 people, yeah, you got some decent odds of winning something big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to work in a foam cutting factory. I think I'd be like, nope, I'm done with this shit. It looks cool on video when you watch them doing it, but a lot of that stuff's automated.
Over and over and over again. Can you imagine doing that every day?
Yeah, like I said, to each their own. Everybody's got a job skill that they had at one point. I mean, we can't all do the same thing. There's various corner markets that you have to have a job somewhere. It's not like most of this stuff makes itself on its own. Somebody has to work in one of those stores eventually.
Yeah, I found out they had to get 3 people to do what I was doing with.
Yeah, Bill got free Nerf guns all the time. You suck, Bill. Free ass Nerf guns.
You know who's making money right now?
Jesus Christ, Grace. Well, yeah, but even at Deb, even at cashless, all of that money is still going to the owner's account. It's just straight gets wire transferred over there. So they're still making millions,
Oh yeah.
thousands of dollars a day just in freaking laundry fees. And then if a washer, dryer, whatnot breaks down, or soap dispenser, laundry soap dispenser breaks out, they just go and send a repair guy down there, and they just pay his ass.
Well, yeah. Look at how much a plumber and electrician make now.
Yeah, that was one of the things I was considering is getting my degree in that, or like a certification in either
HVAC.
electrical or plumbing, and then working at night. Do you know how much money I would be able to make between the hours of like 7 p.m. and like 5 a.m.? Most plumbing companies or electrical companies, nobody's there between those hours.
Yeah, it's an extra call. It's extra money
Yeah.
because
So
it's
think
off
about
hours.
how much money I could charge somebody at like 2 o'clock in the morning who's got a backed up toilet or something.
Yeah.
I could make $500. I can make shit. I can make $800 on that call just to unclog a toilet. Like, if I did that, I'd be rich in like 5 years. Jesus, 5,000 for water heater. Damn, one at a time. Ooh, that's crazy. Yeah, again, washer and dryer places, man, like laundromats, they make a shit ton of money.
Yeah, like I said, when you get the good electricians, the good plumbers, you pay for those guys because
Oh
of the
yeah,
knowledge that they have. But you have to get that knowledge by doing all the work, and you'll get the experience over years. You just can't learn it.
hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of jobs, and that's how you get those skills. And it's funny watching all the like a lot of the old timers do electrical work, and you see like these new kids, and they're like, "I ain't touching that with my bare hands." And you see these guys licking their fingers, grabbing that wire, and just
Yeah.
well, them old timers don't care. They're used to that electrical shock. And it really,
So,
I mean, most of the time you're not going to get shocked unless you're holding on to like, I mean, you're already grounded. You're on rubber shoes. So unless you're holding the damn electrical, like the box, and then grabbing that wire, you're gonna get electrocuted.
you have to grab both at the same time.
Yeah, you have to have either a ground or a hot, and then you're gonna get zapped, if not shot across the freaking basement.
Nah, it just gives you a little nibble. You'll know. Now, I've had to change out. Was it powered stuff that was on in the timer boxes for the clocks?
Yep.
I had to change out transformers while they were hot.
Yeah, I mean it's not hard. Couple of screws, pull out the wire, put the new box in, put the wires back in, screw them in, and snap the bastard in.
Yep. I mean, as long as you take one off, pull it apart, put the cap back on, move it over, grab the other one, do the same thing, then repeat the process.
Yeah, you just do
Backwards.
one wire at a time. You yank out from the old switch, you freaking pull that wire out, put that wire into the new one, and do the same thing the other way. As long as none of them wires touch, you're kosher.
Yeah, because we couldn't turn the power off because we would turn the power off to like 8 different clocks.
Oof.
Then you would have to go back and redo all the timing on them. To reset the clocks, no.
Oh, yeah. But, Bill, that's with everything, though. Like, you get a lot. You can't really do that nowadays because most of that stuff at wholesale is you're still spending, what, $45, $50 a box, and then you got to sell them for like $1.50 to $2 just to make a profit. Yeah, 20 years ago it wasn't a problem. It was, I mean, shit, soda machines were, you what, spend 50 cents on a soda? Some places it was like 35 cents you could buy a soda.
Yeah. I remember going to work for the city and they were 35 cents. I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, but Grace, how fast did it take to make that $200,000 back? Probably, what, 6 months? And I definitely agree, Tuck. Food and shelter beats out doing a lot of other stuff because you can't work on stuff like that if you have nowhere to live or at least unwind. All right, folks, just to let you know, I'm probably going to go about another 15 minutes.
Yep.
And then I'm going to end this. So either when that timer up there says 3:30 or when my clock says 10 o'clock is when I'm going to end this. It's been a good run. We've had some really good conversations tonight. And then I'll have to see what my viewership is afterwards. See what I got for hours. Two machines, no Coca-Cola or Pepsi or water sold. We may. Damn, that is a lot of freaking orange and grape soda. 2 machines, 1 of each. Damn. 15 is midnight for CC. I'm surprised that you stayed this long, CC. You normally are out by now.
Unless insomnia is kicking in.
Yeah, that's pretty much where most of us are going to be in about 16 minutes. We're going to be sleeping out. That is insane. Those vending machines hold a lot of drinks. Because them suckers are like 2 rows deep, and they're like 35 on each, 30 to 40 on each side.
Well, I said I've seen places where the vending machine, the guy had to show up twice a week.
Oof. That's rough. I don't even think I could get up at 4 a.m. even with a nap.
Oh, sometimes I just wake up right and I'm like, why am I awake?
The only time I've ever woke up at 4 a.m. is to get up and pee and then go right back to sleep.
No, there's just something in the water. Get your arm in a cast.
That's what happens when you drink a gallon of lemonade before you go to bed. Like up every 2 hours to go pee. I'm like, why?
See,
Why did I do this?
See, like I said, when I days I work, it's like, I want to sleep. Oh, I got to go fishing. Oh, I got to get up at like 3 a.m. Let's go.
Yeah, right. Well, Cecilia, I appreciate you staying for this long.
Yeah, thank you.
Like, I absolutely 100% appreciate it. Shit, most of them nowadays are like $3 to $5 for that little ass box.
Oh, by the way, to let everybody know, here probably in the beginning of or mid-December, I will probably be doing a lot longer lives on those nights because I will probably have Thursdays off.
Speaking of which, during December, none of y'all are going to see me.
Yeah, we'll see ya.
No, you won't.
You said the same thing last year.
Yeah, I know, and I didn't show up to anybody's lives.
Yeah, you did.
No, I did not.
Proof.
I might have popped in to
you popped in,
but I did not comment or make my presence even known for that entire month.
Hold on.
Medically retired. There you go. That sounds good. Damn, now I want M&M's. It's a good thing I got a whole freaking box of Reese's Pieces. Well, actually, that's about damn near empty again. I love these things. This and Skittles, man. You give me a bag of Skittles or a box of Skittles, and between that and these, yeah, I'll be a happy fox. Or a happy fat man.
Okay, I'm back.
Look. I definitely love the honey roasted peanuts.
Oh yeah.
I don't like the dry roasted ones. Those are terrible. I still have that box, that case sitting down here.
Or beer nuts.
Same size as this one. And that thing's been sitting down here for 6 months because I refuse to eat the damn things. I'm about half tempted to just grab them and just sprinkle them outside and let the birds eat them. I had a box of the honey roasted ones from Walmart. Like $6. I ate that thing in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I ate.
Eating them.
Yeah, I ate my Hunter's Mix. I'm empty. It took me about 10 days to eat it.
I had my Kroger was doing sales again on Chex Snacks Mix. It's like $1.50 if you buy 3 bags, so they're $1.50 each. I bought the bold, the extra bold and spicy. I bought the normal ones, and then I bought the Gardettos. So for like $4, $4.50, I ended up filling a container. I just mixed them all together. I think I finished that off in like 6 days. It's cheap as shit if you're buying, about $1.50 a decent size, and they're good sized bags. I got one bag sitting right here. I mean, I paid $1.50 for that bag.
Yeah, the Chex Mix. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the 8-ounce bag. I had that one. I had the black bag, and then I bought the bag of Gardettos. And like I
It's
said,
enough to fill one of these.
Yeah, there's a lot of those in there that I do not like the taste of.
No, but I save these and I refill them with the Chex Mix.
Yeah, I do. I've got 3 or 4 of those things sitting over here. And then I'm almost out of these ones, and the really sad part is my store doesn't have these in stock anymore.
No.
And these are the Halloween pretzels, so it's like white or orange. Here, these guys. So like these little pretzels. I freaking love these. I've only got a handful left, and I'm mad because I'm almost out.
Yeah, Deb, we had the same thing with our ornament and horticulture class. We actually grew and sold plants like a nursery at our high school. So they got free labor to sell the plants.
Grass was young. That's funny. Oh man, speaking of plants, might try to sell some next year.
Yeah,
I gotta figure out which ones I want to sell though.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the lilies to get done, so I can get the seeds off of them. Then I can get them dug up and get them transplanted to their new area.
I'm half tempted to sell cannas.
Yeah, those things are what, $15 for like one rhinestone right now?
Yeah, they're expensive as shit. I got seeds galore on those things. I popped open 3 little pouches the other day that had happened to fall off because they were already ripe and ready to go. I mean, I literally brushed by the plant and they fell off. Popped them open, 3 little pouches, and I got 16 seeds out of that.
Oh, wow.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, like I said, out of the lilies, I don't know how many seeds are going to be per pot.
You'll find out once you get the first dry one.
Yeah.
Honestly, it might be 1 to 2 seeds.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
100 pounds of freaking coins, 45-gallon pail. Jesus. Oh, 4 5-gallon. I thought you said 40. How the hell I was like, how do you lift a 45-gallon pail full of coins? Man, you need a forklift for that. All right, good night, Cecilia. Be well, be safe. Thank you for joining us tonight. And again,
sleep.
We'll try to get that package sent out sometime this year or next year. Swear to God, I will do it. I will get to it. I will get it sent. I will. I will. And Grace. Just kidding. Decent show. Was never really didn't really get into it too much. Should have kept all them silver dimes. Shit, them things would have been worth money. And now I'm up to 8 people. What the heck?
Yeah, it's always at the end of the program.
It's like everybody's leaving, and now I start getting all this stuff. At least I haven't gotten any of the unscrupulous.
Yeah.
But I swear, it's always Jason's channel, like right at the end. They just roll in like
Yeah, I don't know why.
freaking tumbleweeds in a dirt storm. I've had a few instances of that here and there, but it's not like Jason just gets them by the freaking drove.
Yeah, I know. Don't know why.
But now that Cecilia's leaving, watch, I'm gonna get a bunch of them right before I close. Don't die. Yeah, exactly. Good condition, you could probably make $20 off a dime, depending on the mint, manufacturing date, and like I said, condition. Ooh, Deb's doing naughty things. Naughty, naughty. No, I was being funny there, Grace. I was making a reference to an old TV show, Will and Grace. Like I said, I will send that out. I will send that out. I will get a package sent, and Grace. Will and Grace. Sorry if it seemed confusing. Yeah, Deb's doing shame things. Now I'm down to 6, but that's okay because I've got 7 minutes. And I actually changed the time on my clock, so it's actually correct.
Ah, good.
I was off by like 2 minutes. I was like, what the heck, man? So you should have, what, 11:54?
I am 10:54.
Oh, 10:54. Then we are on the right schedule. I am now properly set. We're good to go. Oh, yeah. I used to do that on Coke machines when I was younger. I had a very, very nice, expensive top-of-the-line printer. Yeah. I used to print $1 bills. It took me a few tries to figure out how to get them back and forth, printed the same way as a normal dollar bill on a sheet of paper.
Never did that.
I did. I will admit I have done that a few times.
I didn't have a printer.
Well, the thing is, back in the day, most of those, it just read it as a dollar bill, and you could just go with it. You could do it up to $5, and after that, they had a lot of them had the that little tag reader in there.
Yeah.
It would scan the security bar, the security strip. Yeah, it wouldn't do it. But I mean, to be honest, I only did that with maybe 5 or 6 $1 bills. So I wasn't sitting there printing like 40, 50 pages of that shit. Get away with it here and there on various vending machines. Or you could do like everybody else, drill a hole in a quarter, put some string through it, and just keep pushing it in there and pulling it out, pushing it in there and pulling it out. Yeah, that's not too bad, $10 bills. Most of them nowadays, you can throw a $20 bill in there, but who seriously wants to have $20 worth of quarters just jingling around in their damn pocket? Unless you're going to sit at the laundromat all damn day long.
Mm. Or the water and ice machine. That's another business that makes a lot of money.
Ooh, that was terrible. Yeah, water machines. Yeah, those things.
Water and ice. Oh yeah.
What gets me is tires. Like the industry for tire companies is like, bro, how are you making that much money in tires? You figure, depending on the size of the tire, you're looking anywhere between minimum of like $500 for tires, and that's just for 4 tires. That's not even for the spare.
Yeah.
You're looking at a minimum of $500 for 4 tires, up to $1,000 for 4 tires. And you know these guys are getting these tires like $45 a tire.
Yeah.
From the manufacturer because they're buying all these tires in bulk. So they'll buy like 10 sets of like one tire, 10 sets of another tire. So they're paying basically almost pennies on the dollar for these tires, but they're charging them like 5 times the amount. You bastard. Like, it's going to suck when I have to get tires for my truck. I'm already on year 3, going almost on year 4 on tires. I'm about to buy tires.
Yeah, I just had to buy tires a little over 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and that probably cost you, what, almost $600?
It was worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it. They got rid of that shake out of my out of the van.
So you had bad tire that was unbalanced somehow?
Nope, they were coming undone because they were like 10-year-old tires.
Oh, so you were losing the sidewall was starting to give.
Yeah, no, the tread was starting to come off.
Yeah, that's where you were getting your unbalance from.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely time to get new tires at that point.
Yeah.
All right, folks, 2 more minutes and we are done.
Yep.
I'm going by my computer time, by my computer clock, not this one up here.
Yeah.
So we will start running down, winding down, and getting our last little bits in here in the last minute and a half or so. So hope everybody had a great night tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for everybody that joined me. Grace, Jason, Molly, Bill, Cecilia, Blake, Tuck, Colin for the few minutes he was here, Rob for the few minutes he was here as well,
Yep.
Blake. Who else did I miss? I think I got everybody. Oh, and Obstacle.
Obstacle, yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
and Deb and Grace as well. Got to get those ones in there. Thank every last one of you for joining me tonight.
And the ones who didn't put anything else in the chat.
Yeah, for those of you who were lurking, much appreciated regardless.
The lurkers.
Onlookers, lurkers, leaf peepers, we'll call them YouTube peepers. I would do the same thing. I kind of want to do a coin pusher for work, get like a little mini tabletop one and just throw that up there and just throw some like tokens in there worth like $5 to up to like $15 off order. And then me and my boss would just like split the coinage.
Put in there a free pizza every once in a while.
Throw in there, throw a little bit, just like coupons in there. We could preload random gift cards and throw like a $25 gift card in there or some shit. Thought about that. But anyways, be well, be safe, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me once again. I appreciate it.
Out there.
To hit that thumbs up on the way out, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. And if you have, share this out with friends, family, and coworkers, just like this guy has.
Yep.
On that note, this is going to be Foxy Outdoors signing off. Jason?
Get out there and slap a rat.
Take care, folks. We will catch you on Wednesday.